What is going on, family? What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Twitchosphere? What is going on, everybody? Everybody. You know, some of us will say that I'm a little late, and I am a little late, but I'm not late to the party. I'm just late to the live stream today. But me and the moderators were chatting a little bit about some stuff and getting everything ready for the stream today. We're trying to be a little bit better about those things, you know what I'm saying? About getting prepared for the stream and all that. Shout out to Paul, London Colin. What's up, friend? How are you? How are you? First one in the stream today. Good to see you, friend. Good to see you. Let us see. I'm going to make sure I'm all muted on my phone and whatnot, too. Okay, yeah, we good over here. We all good. Randy, what's up? Yeah, coming in just straight off the bat. You are late. What's up, Bumpy? Good to see you. Good to see you. Jessica, good to see you. I was just about to check Discord. Yeah, yeah, so I could be that guy, and I'm like, you know what? Blame Steve, because Steve held us over a little late today. I'm just messing. Shout out to the mods who were able to come and talk to me for a few minutes there on the front side. I appreciate y'all. Yep, dock my pay. I was 3 minutes late. That would be a mark. That would be a strike on my record. It would be. I hope everybody's doing well today. Does everybody have who's in the list right now? Do you guys all have songs on the list right now? Everybody who's hanging out. Where's Cole? I miss Cole. You know, I feel like ever since Cole left Discord, we don't see Cole no more. I'm a messenger right now. I'm a messenger on Instagram right now. Gotta find her. We miss you, fam. There we go. All right, Peekaboo, what's up, Cherokee? How are you? Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's see. Russ in Canada. The reason why I asked if people had songs in the list is I want to make sure you guys had songs in the list, because the list is a little light. The list is a little light today. We only got 12 songs in the family queue, or in the Women Who Rock queue. You know what I'm saying? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding? I don't know if Stam knew what to do with that yesterday. Shout out to Sugar Free. He's over here like, what is Johnny doing? He had no idea what to do, yo. He had no idea what to do with that. Oh my God, that was too funny. Peter, what's up, friend? I did see that you had a review in. I did. I saw that. Shout out to you. I appreciate you for throwing in one in today, man. I appreciate you for throwing one today. Let's see. It sees on the moon. I did not catch who the moderator opener was today, but if I had to guess, it says Lena Scissorhands on it. So if I had to guess 1000%, I would have to guess it had to be Russ. And Steve has confirmed it. It's definitely Russ. Okay, that makes total sense. I know you could put in 12 more, Russ. And there's never an endless supply with music when it comes to what you got going on, friend. Never. Cole's in here. What's up? Good to see you. I hope that, yeah, you better have saw my message. You know what I'm saying? We were just talking about you. I was like, you know what? Ever since Cole has been off Discord, I was like, we miss her too much now. We miss you too much. I don't know if you have a song on the list today, but you better put one in there, friend, if you don't. Well, you got Ash Nico in here. That's probably hers. That's probably Cole's. Probably is. All right. You could always do mermaids. True. We are going to have to do a handful of reviews today. I just don't think I do at the moment. That's not Cole's? Okay, well, I figured that out. Then, yeah, if you don't have a song in the list, make sure you get one in right now, especially if you're hanging out on the live stream this very moment. If you're missing it, send one over to Steve there in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to keep it where it is, friends. Keep it where it is. So yeah, if you don't got your song in, let us know right now. Let us know right now, so that way we can make sure we got your songs in here for the day. Because today it's a little bit light, but I know most of y'all are pretty good about getting songs in here on time. So appreciate that. I'm going to server chat, friends. I'm going to server chat. This is where I'll be on the Discord side if you need to talk to me as well, for sure, on the Discord side. There we go. Steve. Okay. Once Steve answers that, we'll be good to go after that. But let's get it started with our moderator opener of the day. Seas on the Moon featuring Lena Scissorhands. Bad Omens from 3 years ago. Russ's Queen himself. Davasaurus. What's up, friend? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Seas on the Moon featuring Lena Scissorhands, Bad Omens. Shout out to Russ. Oh, baby. Getting it started for Women Who Rock now, you know what I'm saying? She got that Lena Scissorhands scream, but she only got that one and only. The only one and only scream like hers, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Russ. Shout out to Russ in Canada for getting us started today. I still need to get that mouse, yo. I still need to get it. It's still fucked up. It's still fucked up in these streets. Let's see. All right, so Cole's got a song on the list now. Cool. So we got a couple more songs in here. Oh shit, there's Russ in Canada's comment. Lena also worked with Seas on the Moon, The Regress, Sanctuary, Bad Omens, The Death Dealer. He's like, see, he's giving all the info up on here. This is unfucking believably badass. Wow, that's a lot of verbiage. Oh man. Screams of Anubis. I hope you're doing well, friend. I hope you're doing well. PETA, I think I said hi to you already, but I'm gonna say hi to you again. Let's see. Who else did I not say hi to? Randy, I said hi to her. Kalia the rapper, I sang to Kiki. she only gets it so many times. I think I did say hi to everybody. Shout to Russ. Shout to Russ one more time for getting us started. All right, we switching vibes up already. Britain, Paper Cut from a month ago. All right, let's do it.
Losing color in my face, I'm addicted to the pain now. How much more is there to take when my body's already drained out? Puddles fall on the floor, yet you're dancing in time like you would in the rain. Loving you is a mistake, guess I'll take it to the grave now. Nothing could have prepared me, 'cause I didn't know how much I'd bleed. Falling for you, fucking up my knees, begging you to stay like pulling teeth. Started as a paper cut to me, so I didn't know how much I'd bleed. Catching every knife and doing me, biting on my tongue so you could speak. Started as a paper cut to me, so I didn't know how much I'd bleed. If I could, I would go back to how it was before we started trading hearts and I could hear my dome. Before my skin became frozen and I could feel it flush. Before the high wore off, your lies were a full body buzz. Wish you would've came with a warning that we were temporary until you got bored of me. Wish you would've let me down slowly instead of ripping off the bed. My blood was still flowing, but nothing could have prepared me, 'cause I didn't know how much I'd bleed. Falling for you, fucking up my knees, begging you to stay like pulling teeth. Started as a paper cut to me, so I didn't know how
Oh my god, that was fire. That was fire. As far as guesses of who would have thrown this in the chat today, I have no clue, man. I have no idea. This could I guess my first guess would be Blue. My first guess would be Blue. Shout out to Blue. Actually, that's not a bad guess. That's not a bad guess. I guess Blue. I guess Blue. Is it Blue? Not Blue. Damn it. Oh man, now I have no idea. Now I have no idea. This doesn't sound like an H-Town request. Is it Maul? Is it Maul? Oh man, Maul bringing some heat this week. Shout out to Maul. I was close with that guess then. I was close with that guess for sure. I'm gonna miss the gunshot though. I'm gonna definitely miss the gunshots. Judy Pink, what's up? What's up, friend? Popping in and say, hey y'all, can't really stick around tonight, but next week I'm free other than preparing for my drag king look. All right, friend. Well, appreciate you for hopping in and saying hello. We'll be back next week. You know what I mean? I hope you're doing well. I think it's been a Wednesday for everybody, you know? It's been that kind of week, kind of, you know, just in general. It's that week kind of in general. But we all getting through it. We all getting through it. Shout out to Maul again for that throwing that one in the list today. Let's see, what do we got in the review line? I got Tamora from Peter. I got Nairi the Witch. Oh my god. Cammy Spara. We could always do mermaids. That one's been in there forever. That one's been in there forever, man. That one's been in there forever. At least it was sunny today. It was sunny in England? Shit. It wasn't sunny here. It wasn't sunny here. It was somewhat warm today. It was somewhat warm. But yeah, definitely not sunny though. Definitely not sunny. All right. Let's keep the train rolling, friends. Chugga chugga. Chugga chugga choo choo. You know what I mean? Monday's Child over again. 169 subscribers from 5 days ago, friends. So if you like it, you know what to do. You know what to do. Walking on dry pavement? Shit. That must be like a hot commodity over there. You know what I mean? Shout out to our UK friends. Ain't nobody got a tan over there. Ain't nobody. Ain't not a single person. Well, that was fire. That was a great ass song. That was a really great song. Steve said the hint is in the bio. Is that what he said? Is in the band's bio? Let's see. Yulita. It would be my guess. My second guess. Sweet. Just based on because when he said it was in the band's bio, I was like, I bet you it's the geography. I bet you it's the geography, and that would make me think that it was Yulita, especially since she wasn't on stream right now. Shout out to her. She always finds good emo classics. You know what I'm saying? Emo adjacent, as I think Russ said in this one. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Let's see. I had to keep going. I just want to keep it moving. Tow a Bird. The song is called Gentleman. Sounds like Ma saying there's positive stuff going on with Blue and her appointments. That's awesome. Great news to hear. Excellent news to hear for sure. Is this your song, Randy? Is this your song? Are you Sir Randy today? You are. You have been knighted. You have been knighted. You are the one and only knighted member of the Foxtrot family. Oh man, I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it came from. Sometimes I think my brain is just going in different directions, so many different things where I'm thinking multiple things sometimes. Where sometimes like my mouth and my brain are saying one thing and two different things. You know what I mean? So sometimes it comes out like Sir Randy. You know what I mean? Oh man. I'm starting to think that Tow a Bird is Sir Randy's song, and especially since it's called Gentleman. Let's check it out.
Left her undressed, all sweat like the salt off my neck. Cherry, cherry on the top like that. Cherry, cherry, cherry on your tongue so bad. So good, unfair. I'm coming and she's already there. Cherry, cherry on the top like that. Gimme, 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 I want it so bad. Round and around we go. Got a dirty little secret, baby, nobody knows. Let 'em talk, 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 then I end up the joke. One touch and I already know. I'll be a gentleman. I'll be a gentleman. Sharpshooter, breadwinner. I'm toast, she's a cold-hearted killer. Cherry, cherry on the top like that. Cherry, cherry, cherry on your tongue so bad. New boots, pinstripe suits. Got my eye on the hottest girl in the room. Cherry, cherry on the top like that. Gimme, 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 I just want it so bad. Round and around we go. Got a dirty little secret, baby, nobody knows. Let 'em talk, 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 then I end up the joke. One touch and I already know.
god, fire today. Was it from Sir Randy? I don't know if we got confirmation on that or not. This changed me as a person and as a lesbian. Oh man, that's a great comment. This is fire as fuck though. Not Randy? Shit. Damn, I'm if it's not Randy. I don't know, man. I don't know. This song is just fucking dope as fuck though. He said fam is in the chat. Nagizna, do you react to all songs? Yes, we used to put a discrimination tag on country music, but we don't. We react to all songs now, friend. We react to all songs. Let's see. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like it's when it's songs like this good, it's hard to pinpoint like who specifically found it. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, man, almost everybody should like this. You know what I mean? Indeed. As Steve mentioned, it is Women Who Rock Night, so it has to be a woman led, at least a female fronted artist today. And if you want to pay $5 to get the fast pass to play it early and skip the line, then you can do that as well. So a bar of soap will get you to skip the line, friend. If not, Steve will get you added to the list. I don't know, Maul. You just have to shoot me today. I don't know who it was. Was there a clue in the bio? There might have been. Hold on. I gotta check. Exotic bird born into a conservative world. I don't know. They still got the gunshots. Yes, also British fam. Cole? Did he move Cole up the list? He might have moved Cole up the list. It was not Cole. Not. They're in the chat and they're British? Was it PETA? Was it PETA? PETA? It was PETA. Shout out to PETA. Well, if it's PETA's, we're going to do his review right now. Shout out to Peter. We're going to do his Patreon review then, too, for sure. Da, 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 da. I think Aurora's in this one. Shout out to Peter. Shout out to Sprite, not sponsored. All right, Peter. We are thankful for you today, friend. We are very thankful. You know, I said it earlier. I was very excited that you put in a request today, because you always be putting in Aurora stuff, especially when new Aurora stuff is out there. So this Tamora, Tom somebody mixed with Aurora name thing that's going on. I'm familiar enough. It's Tom somebody. You know, don't kill me for not knowing Tom's name. I at least know Aurora's name. What's Tom's name? Message source identifies as Tom and Aura. See, I see what they get there. I see what they're getting there. You know what I mean? Who is Tom though? Who is Tom? What is Tom's full name? I don't even know. Bro. I don't even know. Shout out to Peter though. The Tamora stuff has been pretty cool. I've been digging it. Is this new? How new? Premiered March 3rd. That was yesterday. Oh, yeah, so it's brand new. So, yeah, shout out to Peter. Shout out to Peter today. Got some Aurora on the list today. All right, let's check it out. Somewhere else. Tamora. Let's do it. Is she wearing like a ballet slipper right now? Is that what that is? Oh no, it just probably looks like it because of the straps. The little wraps around. I'm over here thinking, I'm like, is she walking around in ballet strippers? Ballet slippers? Ballet strippers. Oh my God. I cannot talk today at all. Oh man. You know, I say every Aurora review that we do that that I'm like, she could sing anything and I feel like I would be into it. She's over here just doing a little harmonization over some what sounds like when you press like the 4th preset button on the keyboard. You know what I mean? Oh my God. It's going to be one of those times where she doesn't say anything the whole time. She's just going to be doing the little what am I even saying? Oh my God. She's just doing that little like do thing. You know what I mean? She's just doing the melody. Is this gonna be a whole song where that's the entire thing? I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even think I'd hate it if they did it. Every time I start hearing the drops, though, I'm like, I'm not the EDM guy. I'm not the EDM guy. It just makes me think about people doing drugs and way too many shots. You know what I'm saying? This is another one of those times, friends, where I'm going to sit here and say that I'm not the fan of this kind of style of music, man. I don't like this kind of stuff. It's not typically what I would run to. But again, I would say like she's one of those people that I feel like she like breaks those barriers of like what I like and don't like. Whatever she's involved with, it's just always great. You know what I mean? And I think it's really cool that like for her to like do this whole thing with this Tamora project too, because I feel like it's a way for her to kind of get outside of like her, what people like know her specifically as an artist and like her specific music, and it gets her a chance to kind of do stuff like that's more like, again, outside of like her typical like genre this way. So I think it's really, really awesome that way. And, you know, because she can't put like songs with like Ollie Sykes on her album. You know what I mean? Like the Bring Me the Horizon thing, like that was so cool. And like now we're like, you know, I feel like this is like in the same category where it's like, you know, I don't necessarily want the EDM song on the like project from Aurora, but I really like her on like these EDM like type inspired music stuff though. You know what I mean? Like I said, for somebody who like, I always think it's really cool, like especially when you can get me to like something that I just don't typically like that particular thing. You know what I mean? Where again, I've said this about every time we do any kind of video with Aurora, where it's like, if she's involved, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna, no matter what it is. Bonus points in the comments if you could tell me which theme park she is and what part of the world she is, because I was sitting there curious. I was curious. I'm like, where was this at? Because I'm like, it looks like places I've been before, but I'm like, I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it can't be those places. So bonus points in the comments if you know where it is.
I'll take you everywhere. It's cold out here. Wanna rush, it's here. I got a name, carved on my body. I celebrate while you love me.
Is that him? Is that him? Is that Mr. Tom? Is that the cameo in the video? That's it. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. It's gotta be him, right? It's gotta be. It's gotta be the dude. It's gotta be him. Absolutely, gotta be him. Gotta be him. He waved at the end of the video too. It's gotta be. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. It's one of those ones, friends. I feel like this entire song is supposed to, like, I don't know. It reminds me of like I hate to say it. I hate to say it like that, but like a drug trip, like a mushroom trip or something, or an acid trip. I feel like her like wandering through the whole thing is like the whole thing. Like you're going on this trip. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the video was a tie to that, with the music and the club dancing and the drops, them going in the club and her having a good time. The Aurora equals techno equals also drugs. I'm telling you. Oh man, I don't think I'm supposed to say that on YouTube, but hey, it is what it is, friends. I can't. Okay. I'm excited for like a new Aurora song, yo, or like anything that she's really doing. Like the fact that I don't know how much they're supposed to be doing with this. Like those couple of ones that we listened to already, I thought that was kind of like just one-offs. Like it wasn't going to be anything more. You know what I mean? Where it was like, oh, okay, here's like a couple of songs or whatever, and now there's like another one. It's going to be like a whole little EP. How many more are there? Let's see. What does this one say in the description? Carrier wave located. The fuck? Signal coherent stable. Status successfully decoded. Oh, it's all kinds of like, you know what I mean? Futuristic. Indications suggest a sonic event schedule. A sonic event schedule. Content references impact of analog and digital audio configurations, titled Somewhere Else. Transmission implies message correspondence scheduled. Spatial distortion observed. See what I'm saying? Spatial distortion observed. Message indicates a visual broadcast sequence initiating at. Classified as video deployment. No threat detected. Oh my good God. Sometimes things for me just be a little too extra sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a little too extra for me with all the deployment talk, you know what I'm saying? No threat detected. Okay. All right. I think I'm done with this one, friends. I think I'm done with this one. Oh man, they say I'm the worst Aurora reactor that ever existed, you know what I'm saying? It is all good, though. It's all good. I appreciate the friends who watch these videos. Shout out to Peter again for the request today. I appreciate you, my friend. I appreciate you. You're awesome. That's all I got, friends. Be kind to a stranger. Tell somebody that you love them. And if you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, as always, for you. All right, Steve's messaging me. It is because of your Aurora reaction I'm here today. Well, I've had some good ones. She's made me cry from time to time. You know what I mean? She's definitely made me cry a handful of times. So, she's awesome, man. I'm super stoked for the day I get a chance to go see her. There's a few artists like that are on like my radar of like whenever the chance is coming, it's gonna be hard to like find reasons to not go. I feel like I'm gonna go probably see her in a handful of spots though. Whenever she comes to the States, it's gonna have to happen. She's one of those ones. All right, next up we got on the list today, Ash Nico, Weed Killer. We already established that this was not from Cole. Who else like the Ash Nico? Maybe Blue? Is this new Ash Nico? 2 years ago. Never mind. Okay, so we're still on. He's a Bulbasaur. The way that she like raps though, I mean she kind of like a rapper. She kind of gets into her rap bag though. She spins, like she twists words around, you know what I mean? Where like again, like she'll play with words the way that lyricists do, you know what I mean? She's dope. Like the Bulbasaur, the Liam Neeson thing, like I said, she does like it all most of the songs that she does. We really gotta go all the way to the end. Alright, we'll start boosting. In the moment. My computer's fucking... Oh, boy. She's coming to the Fillmore in May. She's a Bulbasaur. I can't be the only one who hears I'm a Bulbasaur. She says it. I'm telling her she does. Doesn't she say it? Nope. I think the line is I'm a ball buster, but admittedly I did hear Bulbasaur. I don't think she says ball buster. I think that's wrong. I think that's absolutely wrong. Now I want to know. Does she got the lyrics in the description? Of course she doesn't. Nope. Oh my God. There's so much stuff in this one too. Jesus Christ. Google.com Weed Killer lyrics. She does say ball buster. There's no fucking way. There's no way. I think that's bullshit. Oh, man. She definitely says Bulbasaur. She definitely says Bulbasaur. That's lies. That's bold-faced lies. All right. Let's refresh this this queue here. All right. What do we got in here? We got some Becks. That's got to be Steve's. Birdie Raincatchers, Kaylani, You and I, Pearl, Lita Ford, Meg Myers. All right, Birdie Catchers. Birdie Rain Catchers. Who is Birdie? Apparently I'm under a rock. Almost 3 million subs. Rain Catchers. What is the deal with birdies? I definitely don't know who this person is. Birdie Music. UK. Well, at least it says this is in the UK. Then maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. We got another ad for Cherokee. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm just gonna keep refreshing the playlist every once in a while. I'm going down the line, friend. I'm going down the line. I got 2 playlists. I got this one. I'm going down the line, and then I got the other one, the review one, which, like I said, we might not even do those today. We did the one we had to. We did Petus. We did Petus today. Birdie Raincatcher. Let's do it. It was Ash. Oh. Moth's gonna have to shoot me again. Yeah, I didn't guess. Shout out to Randy. That was an awesome pick today, sir.
Bearing my soul to you, and here comes the rain again. Once the weight of the world was a feather, sweet in a sense. There is a dusty room kept for a friend. Through the windows to the world wide open. When will I see you again? We used to be the rain catchers, and we couldn't see what we were running from. You made me
This one reminds me of like when we get into like ORAB requests too. This is another one of those times where I'm like I don't have like anything to say about this. I have like very, very little words that it comes like off the rip, where I'm like it's very why only 1 million views? Oh man. It's like it's very artistic, but it's I want to try. I can't think of the words I'm trying to find. Yeah, I got nothing for this one, friend. I got nothing for this one. It's dope though. That's what I'm saying. It's dope. Sometimes I just have nothing to say. I have nothing to say, and I feel like this is one of those ones where I'm just speechless with it. I'm like, there's like something very interesting about this artist, like is in general, where I feel like if I was to come across this, I'd be like, okay, I would probably go a little deeper, like immediately. Be like, okay, I will click on the next song and find out like what the deal is. You know what I mean? Again, I feel like there's a lot to marinate on music like this, and sometimes I don't always have like the thing, like the initial thought off the rip. Yeah, H-Chan, you get a gold star today for that. The Johnny Speechless, I think, also renders a gold star. Shout out to H-Chan. Unpolished. Have we done them? We have done them before. Which song did we do from Unpolished? We used to be dream catchers. That's what I'm saying. It's good, yo. It's good. Collateral Damage. Okay, let's bring him back. Okay, LA all-girl punk rock band. Okay, it's bringing back some memories. Okay, now I'm remembering this. Unpolished, new song, Accept Me. How many stars would people get before they get a gold bucket to carry them in? A gold bucket? I don't know, maybe like 5. I feel like 5 would be like a good little, like, you know, achievement before you get a gold bucket. You know what I mean? Gold bucket winners. Gold bucket winners. Kalia, I wish I still had a gold star. See, you know, most gold star recipients are the ones that are putting songs in there that they are particularly trying to aim at my taste. Not the individuals, I think a lot of times, are the most winners. Yeah, now if I'm speechless, I feel like we're gonna give that gold. That's a gold star too. If I got nothing to say, because I always have something to say, but I had nothing to say on that one. I was like, man, it's cool, it's dope, and I'm like, but I have nothing. I got nothing to say about it. The makeup or whatever that she has around her eyes, no, that shit was mad sick. You know what I mean? Again, super artistic. Like I said, people like that. I feel like when you like come across them, you're like, you either like interested or you're not. You know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, I'm interested. So now I would dig deeper. You know what I mean? So I would keep going. You know what I mean? I'm like, I didn't quite marinate on that song, but I'm like, I feel like if I kept going, there's gonna be one in here. There's gonna be one in here that's like the one. You know what I mean? And sometimes you don't always find that on the first listen for that person. You know what I mean? But I can see obviously why they have multiple million views. You know what I mean? Because like off of one song that's probably not even like their biggest song. Very intriguing is the word I think I'm looking for. Speechless gets a gold star. Get me a gold bucket. Facts.
It takes 3 weeks to break a habit. Brain so dead that I got maggots. Every goddamn thing I see is a mirror to what's wrong with me. Say too much and without fail I trip and fall into despair. My brain just needs Grilling on my teeth and guts upon the pages. Bend and twist my body, snap into an angle. Don't you miss the days when you would call me angel? Feeling like the hand, flipping when I dance. Got nowhere to hide, I don't stand a chance. You're just a stranger, privacy invader. I bite my tongue, but I don't like the flavor. Manic to the bone, I'm down on my knees. Empty like a hole, my heart is so weak. I keep getting crushed in lines and rhyme schemes. Everybody falls in love except me. They're rolling dollar bills for what they can't see. They just wanna know me, I wanna leave. Everybody talks, they whine and they preach. Everybody falls in love except me. Everybody falls and everybody falls. Oh, everybody falls in love except me. Everybody falls and everybody falls.
Sick. Everybody falls in love except me. Oh man, sick punk rock energy for sure. Dig it, dig it, dig it. If it's not Russ, then it's not Peter, because we already just did Peter's. Who else is punk rock though? I don't know. I don't know, man. Someone's gonna have to shoot me today. I don't get to cheat and see any. I don't see nobody's comment in the lyrics. Johnny will have to. Oh fuck! I hit the button. I'll have to make a gold button emote. Johnny just gave it up and now he admits I did. I don't normally cheat. I don't. But that time I was looking at hope. I was looking at hoping. You don't get a gold star for fooling me. You don't get a gold star for fooling me. You do all the time. I know. That's what they say. They say I be cheating a lot. I don't know whose that was. All right, we got 8 songs on the list. Kaylani's coming up. Space Acre. The Space Acre on socials, telling our musical Bandcamp. They put the lyrics in here, shout to them. Space Acre, Why We Left. Let's see what the deal with Space Acre is. If you're here, thank you for supporting us. Follow us on Bandcamp and mailing list and downloading before you stream. That didn't tell me much about Space Acre. Also, United Kingdom. It's like a UK stream today. Straight UK. All day, every day. That was OG? Oh, man. The requester spoke up. I missed it. Got you shot again. Oh, now I'm seeing it. Got you shot again. OG with the... He coming in with the... Anything... if it's outside of Japanese metal. I never think about you, bro. Oh man, I don't know why I never think about him when it comes to some of these songs. The last song he picked last week was like witchy vibes type of thing. It was like punk rocky too. You know what I mean? So yeah, he got me shot again. 2 weeks in a row with the OG. 2 weeks in a row. All right, Space Acre. Why we left. Keeping the UK strong today.
Hey, it's us. You won't find us here anymore. The unethical nature of this beast has gone too far this time. Things are changing. You will no longer be cogs in your machine or weapons that you wield. We see what you really are, and the world, well, it's about to wake up.
Oh my God, that was over way too fast. As soon as we started getting going, it stopped. You're etched in gold, ash and bone. That was sick. Again, I don't know who put this one in here, though. I have no idea. Y'all been stumping me left and right lately. I got a bit of a headache, man. I've been trying my best to get through this stream. I have been trying, but man, my head has been fucking with me all day. I felt like a headache for like 2 days. There's like nothing I can do to shake it right now. I'm probably fucking hungry too. I didn't really eat a lot today. What time is it? 8 o'clock? 8:15? Oh man, I got so much to do still today. Fuck my life. So much to do still. Fuck. Oh man. That was you? I'm getting gunshot again. Next time, instead of shooting you, I'll knock you out. That'll help your head. I hope so. Hit me with a hammer. Hit me with a hammer. That was fire. The song was super quick though. That's my only problem with this one. I was like, man, this is one of those times where like they leave me wanting too much. Leave me wanting too much with this one. It better have like some sort of like super sick song on the backside of this. I just want to say they should have done a little double video or double song or something. Shout out to Space Acre. Find him on Bandcamp. Jessica definitely with a curveball. Yeah, that was very, very curvy. As soon as I say it, Kaylani's popping up on the screen and I'm saying curvy. That's so out of context. So out of context. Shout out to Kalia the rapper. She is our honorary Kaylani expert. Oh man. What I want from 1 year ago.
Bitch, I ain't gotta tell what I want. Figured out my body, I don't need to talk too much. I ain't like such and such. I want the left wrist bust. Don't want no pick-up lines, I want a Bentley pick-up truck. I want a bitch that look better than me, pussy get wetter than me. Oh, bitch want me back, tell that bitch please, please, please. Don't send the flowers, send the rice. I heard these bitches throwing shade. I want the Prada ones to match. I'ma turn you to the baddest bitch they ever seen. I don't want Miami, I want Medellin. Take you from the party to the trampoline. I want my tits, you see the power. I wanna spin, all the way fall around her. I want the world and all the flowers. I need all the pretty girls to the shower. Don't you come and talking about your exes, that's just TMI. Why would you go backwards, baby? I could bend you to the side. She said she a freak, I ain't believing now my hands are tied. That bitch tryna hate as a distraction, she a fan of mine. I want her. Does it look bad when she wake up? Drippin' like water, she tastes good. Drippin' like water, she and that way some me saying, and you got what I want. If I want it, I'ma get it. I'ma turn you to the baddest bitch they ever seen. I don't want Miami, I want Medellin. Take you from the party to the trampoline. I want my tits, you see the power. I wanna spin, why they wanna fall around her. I want the world and I'm a flower. I need all the pretty girls to the shower. All I really want, 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 all I really want. Yeah, 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 yeah. How you look better than you did when I met you. How you get wetter than you did when I met you. How you fuck better longer that we stay together. How you get better, better. We've been doing way more than we should. If you wanted to, you would. Get it started on the way for the hook. Tell me how you get away with a look. When we done, fall asleep right away. I can't lie, it's the first time I say you decide I'm getting in my way. Once you all the way in my space, we could run it back. Could show up way more than a heartbeat. Take a couple shots, cause I like you when you're sloppy. She looks so insane. I know she no other pussy in my way. I need your ring.
Oh man, nothing but baby making music from this girl. That's all it is, yo. All it is. That what a girl wants, what a girl needs flip thing. I thought it was dope. I feel like they could have done maybe a little bit more with this sample. If you're going to go that far with the sample, I feel like you probably could have done a little bit more with it. But I think the beat was sick. The beat was sick for sure. The switch up like to like the little outro thing, I thought was pretty cool too. She said it was in her party playlist. This is I guess is what you could call it. Yeah, I don't know if it's party music. I don't know if I throw it in the party music playlist, you know what I mean? But hey, some people, you know what I mean? Shout out to Kalia. Shout out to Kalia, aka Gold Star, aka Lil Squirt, aka the Kalani ambassador. Oh man, the queen of the K's herself. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kalia. All right, Victoria K. The haunting. All right, let's do it. was sick. That was really dope. I'm not sure who would have put this in here. My first guess was Cole, and Steve said it probably wasn't my first person I was thinking of. So it's probably not Cole. I have no idea. Like I said, my brain's a little slow today. I've had a headache all day. I've had a headache for a couple of days now. I feel like I've been running a mile a minute and haven't had a second to do anything else. Davisaurus. Shout out to Davisaurus. Excellent song today, my friend. Appreciate you for throwing this one on the list today. Let's see. We got 5 more songs to go. 5 more songs to go. You and I release topic. Let's do it. Well, that was vibey. I like that actually quite a bit. It was a nice nice change of pace, and we just in the vibes overall. The horns were nice. Everything about that was pretty nice. It was nice, low energy, good sound, good stuff. That was Cole's. Shout out to Cole. Oh man, we got a long song in here. 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Man, it's the longest one of the night. That's not even that long. A little different, but I love her. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, awesome song. All right, we might have to coffee break it up again. We're at friends. I definitely need some Midol. Midol will be actually pretty awesome right now. I'm trying to remember because I think like the front of your head is like sleep-induced headaches or whatever. I can't remember. Or lack of sleep or good sleep. But it hurts like in like the forefront. It's like where it's like your head kind of feels like cloudy. You know what I mean? Like I have been refusing to just like give into my depression the last couple of days, and I have been powering through each day, and it's been rough. It has been rough, but we have been here. We have not given up, no matter how many people want to stab me in my fucking neck. Oh my god. All right, Pearl. J. Parle, Savage. Man, it's like all kinds of shit that I can't even pronounce. Let's do it. Did I mute it?
Motor, a s'effondre dans l'écorce des corps de mes silences, dans le spectre du véritable. Je ne garderai que le beau, le vulnérable.
Yeah, I got no guesses on this one, friends. French metal music. People like Russ was the first person I thought of was Russ. Oh man, totally got it right. Lita Ford and Ozzy Osbourne, Close Your Eyes Forever. This sounds like a Cherokee pick.
If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain unchanged? If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain the same?
Just the blood from my blade, and when we sleep, we just shelter me in your
close my eyes forever, will it all remain unchanged? If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain the same? Will you ever take me?
No, I just can't take the pain.
Would you ever trust me?
No, I'll never feel the same.
I know I've been so hard on you. I know I've told you lies. If I could have just one more wish, I'd wipe the cobwebs from my eyes. If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain unchanged? If I close my eyes forever, will it all remain the same?
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. You gotta close your eyes for me.
All right. I will take your advice, Maul. I will go make my coffee. And we'll start it. Like I said, I got too much to do to wait. So we might as well. I'll be right back, friends.
Baby, I wanna touch you. I wanna breathe into your well. See, I gotta hunt you. I gotta bring you to my hell. Baby, I wanna fuck you. I wanna feel you in my bones. Boy, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna tear into your soul. Desire, I'm hungry. And I hope you'll feed me. How do you want me? How do you want me? How do you want me? How do you want me?
Well, damn. I missed half the song. I missed half the song. I didn't want to miss it.
Baby, I wanna touch you. I wanna breathe into your well. See, I gotta hunt you. I gotta bring you to my hell. Baby, I wanna fuck you. I wanna feel you in my bones. Boy, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna tear into your soul. Desire, I'm hungry. And I hope you'll feed me. How do you want me? 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 Honey, I wanna break you. I wanna throw you to the hounds. Yeah, I gotta hurt you. I gotta hear it from your mouth. Boy, I wanna taste you. I wanna skin you with my tongue. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna lay you in the ground. Desire, I'm hungry. And I hope you'll feed me. How do you want me? 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 How do you want I wanna feel you. I want it all. I wanna feel you. I want it How do you want me? 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 How do you want me?
46 million views. This song gonna reverse menopause. This song feels like the female response to Closer by 9 Inch Nails. Oh man, I had a thought before they changed it. This song got me pregnant when I'm a guy. The scariest thing in this video was when she got wet socks. That's funny too. Oh my god. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. It's like the female video of porn star dancing. The female version of porn star dancing. That's what it reminded me of. It does give off like Closer by 9 Inch Nails vibes. I can see that. That's a good comment. That's a good comment. Let's see. Oh yeah, the coffee is probably ready. The water. Man, I thought I was cooking, but I didn't. The first time I did this, I did a lot better about it, but this time I totally failed. I didn't put no milk in here, and I got a spoon, but I did grab a snack ball. I didn't grab a snack. I grabbed a fruit strip. They're pretty good. Do we ever figure out who put the last song on there? I grabbed 2 mall. I grabbed 2 strips because one of them is never enough with these things. If you wanted to get like a little taste from the first one, and then like the second one is kind of like the. Okay, now I feel like we're good. Yeah, these little apples and Eve shots. Little organic fruit strips. Pretty yummy. Pretty yummy. I really want to do the Beck song, but I really want to have a little bit of coffee before we do it. I buy these joints from Costco. So they're in the Costco fruit strip aisle. I think that they're like near the granola bars and stuff like that at the regular grocery stores, yeah. I think they're near I think that's where they're at in the grocery stores. The non-big box stores or whatever. I didn't guess Phil. That last one was Phil? It's the 3rd time he had Meg Myers on the list? Is it really? Luna Shadows and Carmen Vandenberg. Lemon Eyes. Yeah, I don't know none of these songs. Oh, it's the 3rd time he said it in the chat. My bad. My bad. My bad, Steve. Alright, I'm gonna get milk in a spoon. Hot. I know, just because you have put ice in your brown water. and eat it with orange chicken. She's a hater. Oh, man. You know, I'll always like teasing you about the orange chicken and iced coffee because it's just a random combo. When I was younger, one of my teachers used to eat pizza and drink cold milk, and I was like, it's such a random combination of things. I don't feel like cold milk goes with pizza. Hey, but some people, that's like a delicacy to that man. Thought it was so wild. So, like, of all the things to drink, milk with the pizza? Nah, I don't think that's the vibe. I don't think that's the vibe. Just like I don't think iced coffee with orange chicken is the vibe, but that's just a me thing. You know, I've gotten on the wagon of like coffee being like a dessert thing. You know what I mean? Like you have the coffee with the dessert after the meal, not with the orange chicken. You know what I mean? Drink a little coffee with your fortune cookie. You know what I'm saying? Love cold milk. I'd drink it with pizza. I bet you would. I can only drink coffee first thing in the morning, but I haven't had coffee in like 4 months. Well, damn. I could drink coffee all day now. I'm that kind of guy. I'm that kind of guy now. You know, I never understood it about people, but now I do. Now I do. I was gonna make a morbid joke, but that has nothing to do with the coffee. It makes me think about like the South Park episodes with the goth kids always drinking coffee with the cigarettes at the diner. You know what I mean? Man, South Park is awesome. South Park has like stayed funny throughout all these years. Actually, I think if anything, I think South Park has got funnier as it went on. I think it was dumber in the beginning when it was like less what's the word I'm looking for? Clever. It was less clever with the joke writing in the beginning. Oh, well, thank you, Lumen Moon. I need to redo them because somebody complimented them on Sunday, I think it was, and I was like, no, don't compliment them because they just look good because I'm flashing them at you. You know what I mean? Like, if you could look at them up close, they definitely need to be redone. But yeah, I've been liking the purple color because I just got this, so it's the first time I put it on. I think I'm gonna mix it up next time and put like the purple with like, because I have like a gray one, and like that's the only 3 colors that I have now is like black, purple, and I have a gray that I've been using for a long time. The black and gray was like the vibe for like all of last year, but now I think I'm gonna I gotta switch up some more colors into my life. That was my goal for the year, is to put more color into my world. So I've been wearing more colorful like sweaters on the streams, and I bought purple, so I've been adding more color to my nails as well. So we're gonna keep trying. The more warm it gets outside, the more probably brighter colors I'll get with the nail polish. Kalia was trying to get me to do like some bright neon green shit, but I was like, it's wintertime. It's not the color. It's not the time for this. You know what I mean? She lives in Arizona though, so it's like never cold there. A turquoise. Yes, that would probably be a good next color. It makes me happy thinking about him painting his nails while he listens to bangers. Oh, man. Yeah, nothing but bangers from the Foxtrot family. This coffee has been pretty magical today, friends. I'm not going to lie. You know, I didn't think I was going to do shit, but it did. Like, between the coffee and the fruit snacks, that's definitely helped the head. It's definitely helped the head. Take the edge off for sure off of that. I feel like he would rock some pink and blue nails. Indeed, that's what I'm saying. I need to get more colors. I definitely need to get some pink. I need to get some sort of bright neon pink for sure. So there's a few colors I definitely like need to add to the repertoire. The turquoise, the bright pink, and some great ideas. For sure, for sure. Yeah, I definitely need some blue and some pink in my life. I like always doing like at least like 2 colors though. I always like doing at least 2 colors. Sometimes I do like all the straight color, like a straight color, but I don't necessarily like love it that way. I like mixing up at least 2 colors. So I like putting like at least 2 in there somehow, some way. Unless I go get them like done by somebody. But then if I go to like an actual salon, then I get like cat eyes and stuff like that. Then it's all cool. Now those are dope, and those ones I try to be like really careful about, like how much I touch and all that stuff for forever, because you know you're paying for all that. I know, I haven't worn my cotton candy hoodie in a minute. I need to wear that one again. I really need to do laundry is what I need to do. I'm getting limited on the hoodies I can wear. All right, friends. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. Tiptoe, Bex. Let's keep it moving. I know it's definitely Steve's. Is this new, Steve? Oh, it's just 3 years ago. Okay. Because if it was new, I should probably be doing like reviews to all her new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just help me remember that. Hold on. Did Suburban drop a new song too? Oh my God. Never enough time in the day, friends. Never enough time in the day. Shout out to Bex. Shout out to Steve. Let's do it.
You fill me with anger, enough to feed a storm. I feel it running through my blood, I miss it when it's gone. You see me as an object, a mission or a thought. I see you as a suspect, you make me hate you more. I can feel you touching people with your air. It's not mine, dreaming of the dark place. I can feel you touching people with your air. Physically insane.
She's been on that punk rock energy since day one, fam. Day one. Oh, fuck. I clicked on another song. Oh, shit. What is this all about? The irony of this video and this song is really something. Dude, you are seriously underrated. Cool, cool, cool from Huey from the Boys. Sounds like a 50-year-old crying about the pants they wanted from Hot Topic. Down comment. Down comment. Being all rude over here. When I grow up, I want to be as badass as Bex. We did it, shit. We did it, Steve. We did it. We reached the end of the playlist. All of my pants were from Hot Topic when I was a teenager. I feel that when I was a teenager, every single shirt I owned was from Hot. Like almost every thing of clothes I wore was from Hot Topic. Now Hot Topic is like 10% art music. It's like so much anime stuff now. It's like a whole different thing now, man, than it used to be. Back in the day, the vibe is still very much the same in those places, but like the merchandise has changed quite a bit in there. My tongue rings were from Hot Topic. You could have a tongue ring, but you couldn't get clothes from Hot Topic? That seems almost like an oxymoron. Yeah, the evolution of that store is not cool. It used to have a whole wall of band shirts, man. A whole wall of band shirts. A whole wall of band shirts. It was seeing people didn't see my tongue. Oh, because people couldn't see your tongue piercing. Oh, okay, my bad. Excuse me. Excuse me. The logic is flawless on that one. I got Johnny's shirts from Spencer's. Oh, is that where you found it? The Hoochie Coochie shirt? Oh, man. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee. My ears were done at the piercing pagoda at the mall. I got my ears pierced at a Claire's in Virginia. Yeah, man. That's how fucking hardcore I am. A Claire's, baby. A Claire's. I am just going to smoke a little for anybody who wants to hang out, but we are done with this stream today. I'm just going to sit here and smoke and talk to you guys while I drink a little coffee, if that's cool. For anybody who wants to hang out and reminisce about Hot Topic. Indeed, your boy had got his ears pierced from Claire's, fam. It was like that. I remember the very specific Claire's that it is. I could drive there right now. I could think about it. If I took you to Hampton Roads, Newport News, Virginia. Newport News, Virginia. At the, was it Ingram Park Mall? Is that the one? Is that what it was called? Nope, Ingram Park is San Antonio, so it wasn't that one. Can't remember the name of the mall, but I know how to get there. I have 8 piercings, and I have had my tongue pierced, but clothing was different. I got my ears pierced at Claire's twice, but I hate how uncomfortable ear piercings are. I pierced the kids' ears myself. Well, I mean, you're kind of an expert now, Mal. If you're kind of an expert, to be honest. I have both of my ears pierced, like the lobes, and then I have a bar on this ear, and I want to get another one on this one, but I haven't done it yet. I want to get I don't even know what they call them, but I want to get like the little like a clip piercing or whatever. Clip, not clit, clip piercing, like on the back of like my ear on like this side. I don't know what they're called, though. I don't know what those specific piercings are called. But yeah, I have like a bar or whatever on this ear. I don't know if that's what they even call that, but you know. Well, you got the 2 locations and there's a bar in between it. You know what I mean? That's what I got on that side. Yes, it was. I'm not talking about that, Randy. Not talking about that. That's not. I wanted to make sure that everybody heard that correctly. I was trying to say the word clip. Industrial piercing? I'm going to Google that. I don't know if that's what that means. Industrial piercing. Yes, that is what that is. Yes, I have an industrial piercing. Yes, that is absolutely what I have. Like I said, whatever that thing on the other ear is, I don't know what that's called. That's what I'm saying. I've been calling it a clip because that's what it looks like to me. But I don't know what that means. You know what I mean? I don't even know what clip exactly I'm trying to even reference. You know what I mean? I think they call them barbells or the particular jewelry pieces that you get. A cuff, maybe? Let's see, Russ. Oh, man, he might be right. Yes. Yes. Even Russ was right. Damn, a cuff piercing. Yeah, that's what I want to get on my other ear. Is a cuff. Because I have an industrial on this side. Cuff on this one is what I'm looking for. My mate had a Prince Albert. I know what that is. I don't understand that. I know everybody gets all freaky and deaky and they're like, oh, well, it makes things better like sexually, right? I'm like, does it though? Does it? I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. Those aren't actually through the ear, are they? Which ones? My best friend growing up had 9 piercings in that area. Oh my God. Let us know when you get it, bub. Yeah, I need to get it and I'll take a picture of it. I actually got this one done, the industrial one. I actually got that one done in Denver, Colorado. I was on vacation when I got that one done. Like I said, it was random. It's kind of how I got a lot of my tattoos. I got my tattoos in a lot of random places. Impromptu, very like time and right places kind of things. The cuffs? I think they are. At least I thought they were. I am. I appreciate it, Maul. The thing that sucks too is, like I said, I have two reviews I got to do when we get off of here. Neither of them are females, and I have to do and they're not released yet either. You know what I mean? That's the other problem, is that even if they were, I can't do them on here with you guys because they're unreleased stuff, and they're both coming out tomorrow, and they both need to be done by tomorrow when they come out. You know what I mean? And one of them is the first time someone's asked me. So it was, pretty important to me to make sure to get it done. So there's two that, like I said, I absolutely got to do today. So I appreciate y'all helping me get a little bit of a pep in my step. I know the live streams the last couple go rounds haven't been the greatest. And I know a lot of you would say, oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's nice. But then people come and they specifically say that, that they're going to step away from the community because of the exact way that you've been acting. You know what I mean? So it's just, it's difficult to hear the cries of a few when some people directly attack you. You know what I mean? And, it feels nice at the same time, but to also attack people when they know that they're going through like a harmful when they are self-admitting that they are going through a difficult time. I think you're the worst kind of human being that attacks people when they're self-admitting that. So I appreciate you guys who have never done that. You know what I mean? But to kick somebody when they're down, you're kind of a piece of shit, you know? And that's okay. They know exactly who the fuck they are. I've had so much on my mind lately that I feel like I could sit here and talk for like the next 3 hours about just all kinds of shit. It probably wouldn't be very, I don't know. It probably would be very negative. A lot of it would probably be pretty negative. But that's kind of awesome how I'm feeling. And I'm trying really, really hard to not give in to the hate. You know what I mean? I just recently watched episode 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars, and every time that the Emperor started talking about giving into your hate, I looked over to little bro and I was like, give into your hate. You know what I mean? Where it's like that's the whole message of like not giving in when you know that it's easy to. You know what I mean? It's so easy for me to flip that switch and just be and say the things that are in my brain. But I don't want to be that guy. I have been that guy in my life, and I refuse to let anybody draw me back out to be that person again. You know what I mean? No matter how hard they fucking try. There's been plenty of people that try to get me to put the gloves on and come to scrap like they know that I can. You know what I mean? But I have come way too far in my fucking life to ever sink to the level that these people will never rise out of. You know what I mean? You can never ever let people drag you down to their level. You know what I'm saying? Because people will always try to make you feel how they feel. And you don't need that kind of energy in your life, man. You don't. We've talked about this so much on the channel. Where like people will always try to tear you down. No matter what you do in your life, man. No matter how honest you are with people, no matter how much you give them, people will continue to leech off of you in the ways that they leech off of you. You know what I'm saying? And you can't control what other people do, but you can control how you react to it. And that's why I'm saying that I'm proud of myself, because I have refused to let myself sink to the level of going back to and acting the way that some of these people like want me to act. You know what I'm saying? I've been through this my entire life, where people are trying to like antagonize me to get to that kind of like respond that way. And I'm just kind of proud. I'm proud that I'm not giving into it, friends. You know what I'm saying? Even when I'm like, you know, like I know mentally I'm like going through it pretty rough right now. And like I said, the last 3 streams, I take that back. We've streamed every day since Sunday. And it's been pretty fucking rough every single day to stream every single day this week. But I have not canceled a single one of them. You know what I mean? And I've canceled a lot of streams in the last couple of months, and I've tried so hard to not do that. But I haven't canceled a single stream, no matter how much I really wanted to. And I've got on here and done my best, and I've got on here and tried. So I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Even though y'all could just tell that obviously I'm not on my A game. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. It's just pretty fucked up for people to try to like kick you when you're down already. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. Those people will never grow. And we're all about growing around here. You know what I'm saying? I've said this about 1 million times since I've started this channel, but I'm just trying to be better than I was yesterday. And those people will never be better than they were yesterday, because they don't even realize how fucked up they are. I'm just reading what you guys have said in the chat, so I'm just thankful for your guys' kind words for sure. Energy vampires need to be starved. I like that, Elsie. I saw your comment that you said about the inspiring you to start your own channel, man. That means a lot for you to hear you say that. I had a conversation with my best friend today where I was like, man, like, you know, I was being dead serious when I told him. I was like, I just feel like quitting everything right now. You know what I mean? Everything to do with the channel. That's kind of how I felt for a while now. You know what I mean? But like, you know, I know that's my depression talking. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's hard to distinguish, like when you're just lying to yourself or when it's your depression lying to you. And that's what I'm saying. I'm just in this state right now where I know my depression is fucking with me. I know it, but I can't tell what's real feelings and what's not. You know what I mean? And so like when like 1 second I'm feeling like I should quit everything to do with my channel, and the next minute I'm feeling like I should go drive off a bridge, I know it's fucking with me. You know what I mean? Because if suicide is like the next thing I'm feeling, then I'm already feeling off. You know what I mean? And sorry for the trigger warning on that. And I hate it when I'm in this kind of state because I'm so it's like you're just in this room where like self-harm is like one of the answers. You know what I mean? Like when you walk into a room and they got like 4 doors and you're like, which one did we pick? And like self-harm feels like one of the solutions. That's why I hate being in that room. And it just sucks like when you know that you're there. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get out of it sometimes. And like I said, does it make me want to quit? Like, I'm not going to say I quit, but does it make me want to cancel streams sometimes? Absolutely. You know what I mean? It's hard to get on here and pretend like I'm doing okay when I'm not. You know what I mean? But also, like, it feels good to come on here sometimes and just talk about it because it feels like that was the whole point of the channel in the first place, right? So, like, even moments like this where it just feels good to talk to you guys. It just makes me feel a little less alone sometimes. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm over here reading your guys' comments again, and I just appreciate you guys' kind words. I think that you guys understand that there are people out here that will say stuff like this just for attention. You know what I mean? And I feel like you can always kind of sense the people that are just like that they're just like begging for somebody to say something nice to them. And I feel like you guys have understood me and have been around the family enough to know that, like, I don't even take compliments well, let alone do I take somebody saying something nice to me in these moments well. You know what I mean? So I feel like the last thing that I'm trying to do is, like, have anybody say anything nice in my direction. You know what I mean? But I do thank you guys for the kind words. It always does mean a lot to see your guys' comments and stuff. It just kind of sucks, man, because like sometimes, like, when one thing happens, it just makes you think about all the other things that happened like that. You know what I mean? It starts making you reminisce about all this shit. You know what I'm saying? One thing just trickles another thing. You know what I mean? And I try hard to not think about that stuff. I feel so very blessed in so many ways sometimes, but it's tough sometimes. The self-doubt can always be very real. And then every once in a while, like, you get something, like, you have something like that happens that, means a lot to you. And it sucks when, like, you can't even really enjoy that in the moment. I think my mods know what I'm talking about. I think I shared it with you guys on the server chat, where I don't even really feel like I've been able to fully enjoy that moment because of the current state that I've been in. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, it means so much to me that particular thing happened. Where it's like, wow, I can't believe that. But I really don't really feel like I get to fully enjoy that because of the state that I've been in the last couple of days, Well, fuck. More or less, like the last, like, almost week now at this point. And like I said, I talk about a lot about my depression and stuff like that. Like, when is the best time to go on a live stream and talk about depression? You know what I mean? I don't know. Today is the day where we're just going to end the stream with talking about it. You know what I mean? we talk a lot about the idea of like how for like a lot of us, it's like it kind of comes and goes like seasons, right? Where it's like you just, I can feel it like the weather changing. Like, you know, that's why I love that song by that band. Oh my God, I can picture their faces. The song's called The Weather. Oh my God, and the Felicity. The song The Weather by Felicity. That song always makes me think about like seasonal depression, right? Or just the idea of depression being like a season. Is that what that song has always made me feel about, right? And like the chorus is, I could feel you changing from 100 miles away. You know what I mean? Where it's like almost like you could feel this shift in the weather. You know what I'm saying? Where like you just know it's coming. And like I said, we've talked about this so much where I'm like, I've heard all the excuses of like, you're manifesting it. Do you feel, Johnny, like you're manifesting this depression? No, I don't think I'm manifesting it. I think it's just recognizing that the train is coming and you can't stop it. It's going to stop here. How long it's going to stay here? I don't fucking know. But it's definitely making a stop in this town. You know what I'm saying? And this is just one of those times, friends, where I'm trying really, really hard to not just go tuck my head in the sand like an ostrich. You know what I mean? I'm still getting on these fucking live streams. I'm still staying on that Discord. I'm still putting out those videos. I'm doing my best to not give up in this time. You know what I mean? You know, I believe in the idea of overworking yourself and all that kinds of stuff, but I don't really feel like I'm necessarily overworking myself, or do I feel overworked? I feel so behind. You know what I mean? I get requests every day from random people, and I feel like it's just I feel terrible because I feel like I don't have enough time in the day to react to everything I get asked to react to. You know what I mean? And then, like, you know, one more thing will pop up, and it's just like, you know, it feels like the list is never ending. And I never tell anybody no, man. I never tell anybody no. I never tell anybody I'm too busy. It's I can't do it. I can't do it. You know what I mean? I am pretty good about like letting them know that like I can't tell you when it's gonna be out, but I will do it. You know what I mean? But yeah. I appreciate y'all for staying and listening. For those of y'all who've been hanging out. I haven't looked at the chat in a minute, so I do appreciate y'all for hanging out there and listening just at the time. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, friends. Yeah. It's not Johnny's going to cry type of day. We're not in that kind of vibe. We're not in that kind of vibe today. Maybe earlier today. Yeah, definitely earlier today. I did get a good little cry in earlier this afternoon. And it's been a rough day. Like I said, it's been a rough week. All right. Well, I appreciate y'all. I love you guys too. You guys are all awesome. I appreciate y'all for hanging out. We even had Lumen Moon hanging out with us today, man. That's awesome. I'm sorry, friend. You don't get to hang out with us too often, but I appreciate y'all hanging out, and I appreciate you for hanging out in Johnny vulnerable moment, I guess. You know what I mean? We do this every once in a while on the streams. I used to do this all the time, actually. You know what I mean? Fuck, if I'm being for real, I used to do this shit like all the time. Oh, man. The classic streams. We'd listen to like 3 songs, and I would like gabber like this for like 45 minutes in between. Oh shit. The one individual thing, man, that's almost like I said, that's almost just like adding salt to the wound. That's almost like adding insult to injury. You know what I mean? Like that's just the tip. That's just the tip of a spear there. You know what I mean? That is the tip of the spear. I don't have much to say about that. You know what I mean? Other than the fact of, like I said, about the only thing I got to say is, you know, I wish them well. I wish them well, and I hope they find happiness in their life. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever apologize for feelings. I know I'm bad about that. I'm definitely the guy who, like, I say that all the time about myself, but I'll never. The amount of conversations I've had where I'm like, I am definitely the person that's like, don't ever feel bad for feeling things. You know what I mean? But that's I think a lot of that shit is like, you know, just like conditioning, man. You know what I mean? Just like, I guess, like, really just like one of the, getting a whole different sidetrack, but just really just, I guess, being a guy and being raised in an environment where, like, you know, your feelings were not really supposed to be anything. So, you know, you join the military on top of that, and you're told to dead them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? You know, allowing yourself to feel was fucking tough, man. You know what I mean? I was pretty dead inside for a lot of my 20s, man. If I'm being for real. I didn't go to the VA until I was 28 years old. You know what I'm saying? I was 28, 29 or something like that when I first went to the VA. So yeah, most of my 20s, like, I had zero feelings about anything. You know what I mean? Because, like, you know, the military teaches you how to dead them things. So, you know, that's a little bit of just a carryover, I think, of some of that stuff too. So, but I do appreciate the reminder for sure. Because I'm like, I'm definitely the person to tell other people for sure. I just don't always recognize it in myself. But I also, you know, that's also part of being like your biggest critic too. You know what I mean? Being your own biggest critic. It's easy sometimes. You know, I think a lot of people can understand that, you know, being harder on yourself than other people are hard on you. But that's one thing, if anybody can figure out the answer to that one, you know, we're all in therapy. We've all been to therapy at some point, right? We all know, we all recognize it, that we're just doing it to ourselves, but for some reason we still can't stop it. You know what I mean? I drink a whole cup of coffee with like no cream and sugar in this joint. Look at me. That's how hardcore I'm going today. And I didn't warm it up at all. All right, Peter. You have a great night, friend. I know it's super late where you're at, man, so I appreciate you for hanging out. You have a great night. You have a great night. We'll see you on Sunday, my friend. I have therapy once a week. I hate it, but I need to stop self-sabotaging. I know. I feel you, friend. I feel you. I feel you. That's the thing, man. I feel like so many of my conversations with my therapist have been like, you know, I understand this about myself, but I don't know how to fix it. You know what I mean? How do I fix it? Well, you have to. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can always hear their responses. You know what I mean? When you've been like enough therapy, I feel like you also know like what they're going to say back to you sometimes in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, Lumen. I love you guys too. I've never been, probably should. Honestly, I'm dead ass one of these people where I feel like everybody should go to therapy. Especially if you've never done it, just do it. You know what I mean? If you've never done it, go to therapy once. That's all I say. Just do it once. Go in there and start talking. See what happens. You know what I mean? I think therapy is beneficial for everybody. It is an outlet that it's almost like it's hard to explain until you've done it. You know what I mean? Because it's like you get to. Because I remember having this conversation. I'm glad that you brought this up, because this is a moment where I'm going to have a Johnny is pro therapy moment. Especially for the men of the world that need to hear this kind of shit, right? Because there's so many men that will like refuse, or people just in general that will refuse to go to therapy because they think it's only for people who are sick. I've had a lot of people who are very close to me say that they would never go to therapy because they couldn't understand how they could talk to somebody that didn't know them about their most inner things. So you're telling somebody the most vulnerable things about your life to somebody else. I said, that's what's so amazing about it. It's because these people don't know you. That's what's wonderful, is they don't know who you are. They don't hang out with you. They don't go to dinner with you. They're not going to pick up the phone and call you. They're not going to see you randomly on whatever internet thing that you are a part of. They have no idea and no connection to you. They don't know who your mom is. They don't know who your dad is. They don't know who your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, your kids. They don't know who any of these people are. That's what's wonderful about it. Is you can go talk about anything. Your boss does not matter because they don't know who any of these people are. It's not like picking up the phone and talking to your friend who they know who these people are that you're speaking about now. You get to talk to somebody who completely doesn't have a fucking clue who you are or anybody that you're ever mentioning is. It's like the ultimate safe space this way, because nobody in your world's ever going to find out what you said about them. And it's a way for you to like openly do this, right? So everybody that you feel like you've never been able to have a conversation about something, dealing with something in your life, you get to have it with a therapist. You know what I'm saying? When I first started therapy, I used to vent so much about my job. Just my job, because that was the biggest stressor in my life at that point. You know what I mean? My dude was trying to bring me up all the time. So let's talk about these night sweats that you have and these night terrors and all that, and like, you know, how your how your deployment has all fucked you up and all this kind of stuff. No. I gotta talk about this dude and how because that was going on in my world. You know what I mean? I don't want to talk about the fucking past. You know what I'm saying? They were trying so hard to get me to talk about that shit, and I was like, nah, nothing about the military. It was all about today and shit that did not matter. But it was stressing me the fuck out, and every time I left therapy, I felt so much fucking better, fam. So much better, because it was like almost like this like invisible burden gets lifted off of you, because you're like, damn, I just need to get that out. You know what I mean? And I feel so much better about it. And you get to talk with somebody who kind of helps you figure it out yourself. That's the thing that people also don't understand about therapy, is that therapists aren't there to tell you the answers. They're to help you figure things out within your own world. You know what I mean? It's not, they don't tell you how to respond, or if they do, they're not good therapists, right? They shouldn't be telling you anything. They should be guiding you in a direction that you're able to look at yourself and the things that you're trying to work through and help you work through those things. That's the whole point of a therapist. I think there has been such a problem and a stigma on the idea of what therapy is and the people that go to therapy. I think everybody should go to therapy, whether you have any kind of mental health conditions or not. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if you live in this earth, you should probably go to therapy, because you're probably a little stressed, and therapy will help with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's just this ability of this one particular place where you can do this thing, and not every time you're going to feel the need to do so. Then you cut it back. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you just schedule it. Try, I don't know, if you're going to start fresh, try once a month. You know what I mean? Maybe you might want to go once every 3 months, or maybe twice a year. but just ever so frequently. You know what I mean? You might have some things to work out while you're in there. Like I said, I am the biggest pro component of the idea of this, and I definitely think everybody should do it because I think it's just one of those things that benefits everybody. 1000%, because I can tell you that trying to work on it on your own only gets you so far. Only gets you so far with things, especially if you have never been to it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I feel like for anybody who has never tried or ever been to, if you are able to, schedule yourself an appointment, talk to somebody. And that's the thing, is now you don't have to even go in person. You can do it on the fucking internet. You can do it on the phone, on like a phone call. And it works just as well. I promise you. I promise you. It's just a person who is paid to care and give a fuck about what you're saying in the moment. You know what I mean? They're there to help you try to figure out whatever the hell you're even bringing up. You know what I mean? If you say, I'm so sick of how I buy food that I don't eat, and that's what you bring up in therapy, your therapist will be like, well, how can we figure out how you can, get to this point where you're not mad at yourself anymore for buying the things that you don't need? It's amazing. That's all I got to say about it. Sorry. I'm not a paid ad person. I should get paid by Talkspace. I should get paid by Talkspace. That's ad space for Talkspace right there. Somebody clip that up and send it to Talkspace. Shit. A big part of therapy is accountability. And that's the other big factor, right? It's like that's like the first part of it, right? It's like you have to understand it's like that you're supposed to be working on things for you, of how to make yourself better. That's the point, right? And so if you don't think you have anything to improve on, you're obviously, that's your first problem. You know what I mean? It's recognizing the things that you have to face within yourself. That's the other big thing that people have, is like some people just don't want to do that. And for those people, I would say accountability is important, and therapy will help with that. You know what I mean? And again, you don't have to be accountable to these people that you're afraid to be accountable to. You just have to be accountable to yourself first and foremost, right? And then you can be accountable to these other people. You know what I'm saying? And you'll feel a lot better about it too. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, it's one of those things. I think everybody should do it. I don't believe in this idea that it couldn't help anybody. It will help you with something in your life, I promise you. Anything. Like I said, it could be the dumbest, smallest thing in the world, but it will help you with something. And it'll help give you perspective on some other things, even if you don't go to it forever. You should at least try it. That's my point, is that I'm trying to get at, is you should at least try it. A little more story time. My sister would force Blue to go to therapy if the therapist wouldn't diagnose Blue with what my sister was hoping she would have sent her to a different therapist. If Blue enjoyed the therapist she was going to, my sister would also send her to another therapist. It'll be a long time before she feels like she can go back to doctors without the anxiety of my sister attached to the experiences. Yeah, and that's terrible. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff is abusing the system and putting the wrong stigma and ideas onto things that are meant to help people. You know what I mean? Especially, like, if we're starting getting into the idea of even just child therapy right there, like it's a whole different conversation with that. You know what I mean? I was more or less like thinking about this all from the perspective of an adult, under adults volunteering to do so. You know what I mean? So that's extremely unfortunate to hear. Yeah, and again, like, if there is like I said, all I really can say about that is like that it's just extremely sad and unfortunate to happen to anybody. I've heard plenty of stories of similar things that have like, even with grown people, you know what I mean, like in divorces and stuff like that, where people like would like try to get people basically like on even I've had a friend that went through the whole thing about like having postpartum depression and got their kids taken away from them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I completely understand those people. That there are a lot of people out there that like don't want to do those things because other people can like hold that stuff against them. You know what I mean? And that's just terrible to even think about in the first place. I didn't even really think about any of that until that too. That's crazy. That's sad as fuck too. Well, I feel like even though what Maul just brought up, it was very sad regarding Blue, I feel like we've also got a lot of positive news regarding Blue lately. So that's a very good thing to hear, you know? So I can definitely tell I'm on here longer than normal because my Discord's making noise again. Oh man, can we talk about poor Sam last night and his Discord notifications? I thought they were mine the whole time. I was like, oh, but they're his. I would chuckle like to myself every time that it would go off because I was like, because Maul would kill me about that every time when I would stream it. She'd be like, Discord notifications are on. So I'm like, I almost have PTSD from just that specifically. So every time I hear Discord go off, I'm like, oh, is that me? And I'm like, oh, it's Sam. It's Sam. Oh man. Yeah, I didn't realize that he was doing all of the sound from StreamYards. And I was like, oh, like all of your reactions are from that too? And I was like, damn. I was like, yeah, because if he was using OBS, that should be the way that you basically like the way I have it set up right on mine, because I use Streamlabs, which is just a different version of OBS, right? It's just a different tool, different program, excuse me. But they're the audio that you guys hear, it's like where it pulls from, right? So that's how it should be for me too, right? So like, it's just where it's directing that audio to. So I'm like, for me, I direct it to my headphones. So it should sound the same because I have like multiple mixers going on of which audio is happening where. And so I'm like, I don't think that he has any of those things going on. I think it's all happening at the same time. But I'm like, how? I don't understand by what we hear and what he hears are two different things. And I also don't understand how the echoing had anything to do with the audio on the video. And I'm not saying that he's lying, because I know he's saying that he was turning it on and off, because I know he was doing that, but I don't know how that I don't know the science behind that and how that was affecting it. Because I talked to him afterwards too. I'm like, I really don't know, man. I really don't know. I'm like, because what I thought, I asked, and he said that it wasn't. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, from what of my knowledge, I'm not sure what it is, but I think that he definitely needs like he needs to run OBS or Streamlabs, I think, is the first thing that he needs to do. Because then he could have his microphone as one audio, and then have his other audio, and then he can kind of break it up that way, which I don't know if Streamlabs does that. it would sound good, and then it sounded like it was going through like a tube of sound, and then it sounded like when you said that it sounded like we were goldfish. That's what it sounded like to me too. But that's the thing, is when he played the Wind Waker song at the beginning, it sounded completely fine. It was every song after that. I don't understand why the one I sent him, because he looked it up and did it all the same way. You know what I mean? So it's not like, I played it versus he played it or anything like that either. The Wind Waker one was completely normal. And then everything after that sounded like we were like underwater or something, or like the music was going through like a tube. The audio for the videos was like a phase shifter or flange from the 1970s producers. I'm almost certain his dad can assist him with getting that going from him. Yeah, like I said, I don't understand why it did it, because when he turned the thing on and off, as well, like the echo thing that he was talking about, because I told him, I was like, hey, I sent him a message and I was like, hey, try turning the audio thing like off or whatever, or on, whatever the opposite it was, when the music is playing, to see if like the music will sound better and I just won't say anything. You know what I mean? But that didn't work either. It would eventually start sounding like that the same way, so like it didn't really fix the problem. You like the Johnny Echo? Oh man, I did it because I can also hear the echo, so like it's echoing in my own ears as I'm trying to talk, so like it's really hard for me to articulate what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? He also hit me up today and was saying that the second half of the stream did not save, so he's asking if we could record reactions to like 5 songs again. I guess like off stream or something. And I was like, sure, whatever, man. Whatever you need, bro. But yeah, I think my favorite part of the stream was when I started singing the Drake songs to Kiki, because he did not know what to do with that, man. I saw the look on his face. He did not know what to do with it. Because he was like, what is Johnny doing? Oh, man. Oh, my God. Now that we're on here, too, friends. That country song? I'm not going to say too much about it, but I was like, I'm so glad I'm a guest on here, because I'm not saying shit about this. I'm not saying shit about this. I had a lot to say. I had quite a bit to say about that, and I was like, not doing it. Not doing it. If that is one of the songs that we have to re-record, I will tell him, let's cut this. You don't want to hear my thoughts on this one, bro. Oh, no. And it wasn't the fact, and it had nothing to do with how the music sounded. It had nothing to do with that. It was 1,000% the lyrical content. 1,000%. We're not even talking about the twang. We're not talking about none of that. Not even any of that. I could have dealt with that. Like I said, I thought that I have the quote. I know it's only March, but the quote of the year so far is that when I said, have you forgotten that God made girls? You know what I mean? Because those 2 songs are at the top of the list of the worst things I've ever reacted to, period. The top 2, and that's what I said. I didn't say nothing about that one. I didn't say nothing. If that was on my channel, we would have done a 45-minute breakdown about everything wrong with this. And And I would have put that on my channel. And I would have got a lot of people who, and you know, probably if they weren't even there, a lot of hate comments in there. But we would have went pretty in depth with everything wrong with that. You know what I mean? I had my title in my new updated thumbnail in my brain for everything if that was on my channel. Oh my God. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, people can request anything, but I think that what they need to understand is it doesn't guarantee a specific response. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like sometimes it just needs to be said out loud that just because you want it to be a certain way doesn't mean it's going to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? We all wish that we could just magically make other people react the way that we want them to. You know what I mean? About everything in life. But that's not how the world works. You know what I'm saying? It also kills me that some people thought I was serious about it. Oh man, no, not even. That's what I'm saying. Like knowing, like, especially like knowing who, like some people, like when it comes from, right? Like, I knew immediately this is that this is why this is here. You know what I mean? Because this is the response that we were gonna get. Was like, it was more or less almost like a shock factor one, right? Because it was a whole planned event, and that's what I'm saying. Like that was whole different. I was really thrown off by that request yesterday. I was not prepared for that at all. I was not. And so I'm like, I didn't know what to do, so I kept my mouth shut, and I was like, I'm just gonna keep it with this is just too country for me today. You know what I mean? This is a whole different conversation that I am not opening up as a guest on Sam's stream today. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Sugar Free, man. Shout to Sugar Free. I've had a bunch of my picks fall flat when I was super excited about them, but that's life. You know, and that's the thing. And that's the thing too, Russ, is, man, like, you know, it's a lot of it has to also have to do with, like, a lot of times, like, my energy is not always in the right place for certain vibes. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, you know, it sucks, like, you know, that, like, I can't be on all the time. You know what I mean? I wish I could be, but it's like anything, right? Like, one day a song's going to hit me differently than it is going to be a week from now. You know what I mean? And that's okay. You know what I mean? And I feel bad that, like, the last couple of streams, I'm like, you know, I haven't really been providing, like, the most crazy energy and thought-provoking takes on really anything lately. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all for, you know, even just hanging out and, you know, still having a good time with me, because I think that you guys also understand that, like, you know, not every day could be that. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. But that's also like you know, like with the whole God Made Girls thing too, where it's like, you know, I don't want it to be a thing where people can't, like, do stuff like that, because I'm like, the best response is when I don't see it coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, Maul has some sort of joke thing that she's working on too, I think, as well. You know what I mean? I think really the biggest ones is don't try to surprise me with like super emo shit. You know what I mean? Like super sad, suicide. I'm sorry, I said it again. Self-harm is the topic. Like, I feel like when people give me the heads up about that, like, hey, this is what this song is about, I go into those songs with the better like vision. You know what I'm saying? But it's just kind of like thrown in there. I feel like some people have done it on purpose in the past, where it's like you're almost trying to, like, shock factor, like, some super sad shit, especially, like, in the worst times. I'm like, there shouldn't be a goal to try to make me, like, cry. Does that make sense? And I feel like, again, you know, not talking to these people here specifically, but, like, people in the past have, like, it almost feels like people are trying to, like, pay $10 to make you cry. You know what I'm saying? Like, It's like, but it doesn't work like that. You know what I mean? If I'm going to cry, it's going to be organic. You know what I'm saying? I've tried to make you cry, but you also didn't like. I also feel like, I don't know. Like I said, there's a different. You can almost feel like people's malicious intent. Does that make sense? And I like, Randy, if I've never felt any malicious intent from you, you know what I mean? Or else we would have talked about it. You know what I'm saying? I would have mentioned it to you. We've talked way too much that I would have told you that like a long time ago if I ever felt like you ever did anything like that. So I'm like, yeah, you're definitely not part of this conversation, even if it was your intention. You cried at the warning song that was the exact version that hooked me on them. Are you talking about on the Lenario stream on that one? Oh man, the Crimson Queens, Crimson Queen, I think is what it's called or whatever. Yeah, that song gets me. Man, there's, like I said, there's a few of them. Like, you know, if it's a cry song, it's a cry song. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me cry every time I hear it, but like those are like, it goes into a particular bag. You know what I mean? Where it's like on the right time, and you can go to it, and it's gonna make you cry. You know what I mean? That was that song that Jessica picked last night, right? The Mars, the Mars song. That's why, like, when it came on, I was like, I recognized it, and then I was like, oh, okay, this is definitely that song, and I was like, oh yeah, this is one of those ones where I'm like, man, on the right day, this is gonna make me tear up, and I was like, not today on Sugar Freeze, you know what I'm saying? Not today after we went to the after we went through like this is why the Iraq War should be fought song of the day. We can't cry on the same stream as that. You know what I'm saying? But goddamn, that's a good song. The Mars, man. Oh man, that's a good one. It's so emotional. It's so emotional. Like that's one of those ones where I'm like, if you just can't help it. You can't help but like feel that one. You know what I mean? Oh, such a good song. Oh no, do not apologize. Do not apologize. It's amazing. Again, amazing song. It just wasn't gonna make me cry on Sam's stream. That's all. If it was on my stream with just me, maybe. But again, like I said, I can't even predict those things because I can't make it happen. You know what I mean? It's not like it's a goal. It's definitely never been a goal. I watch I don't watch a lot of the reactions back anymore because it's just whatever they are, they are. You know what I mean? Especially with the fact that I don't really edit them out like that. So I'm like, whatever they just turn into be is whatever they're going to turn into be. But I definitely watch the ones where I cry out, the ones I have cried. And I'm like, it's not like they're ever pretty. You know what I mean? It's not amazing. I don't look amazing. If anything, I always look like fucking terrible. But I keep them in there, yo. Because I can't make myself do it. So it just happens when it happens. It just happens when it happens. That's one of those things, like, once you start letting yourself feel like that, like, you know, and you, like, you know, just will give in. Like, if you need to cry, just do it. And don't, like, try to, like, not force yourself to, like, not do it. The floodgates just be opening sometimes, Fran. Especially, like, when you let yourself feel it. You know what I mean? And that's the whole point of this show. And what we do on the channel is to feel the music. So, I'm like, if you're going in to feel it, it's going to make you feel it. Or reading the comments to the wrong video. That was pretty awesome. Oh my god. So dumb. So dumb. I love doing all those ones like Sophia and Paris and all that, but like again, like the comment section every day, especially when you're feeling rough and you start seeing the ladies come in saying like, "Don't you talk about this shit?" I think I can't help but say that you're wrong here. They always start with something mean. You know what I mean? They always start with something like they're just gonna hurt your feelings. Like, I can't help but disagree with this. I'm like, damn. You know what I mean? I also think that two things can be true. You know what I mean? That's kind of also the point of art, is that two things can be true and that there is no right or wrong. So disagreeing on my interpretation of something doesn't make, I don't think that you can say that I'm wrong. You know what I mean? On certain things, you know what I'm saying? But hey, that is okay. That is okay. Again, I'm not going to sit here and mansplain nothing about a female empowerment video. That wouldn't be very pro-feminism of me. You know what I mean? That would be very... I'd put my feminist card on the table if I did that. You know what I mean? I requested a sad song and Johnny cried laughing. Yeah, I know, man. It was the Modest Mouse comment section. I think it's been fun. It's been fun to like read some of more of the comments in the comment section sometimes. Sometimes they're pretty gold. Sometimes they're pretty gold in there. I've been trying to find like my my rhythm and my way, like when I do like a review, right? Like, what are the things that we're gonna do every time that we review something? And so, like, you know, when we do reviews, we pause it. You know what I mean? When we do like the regular queue on the streams, I normally let the songs just play through, right? I don't try to pause or talk over it. I just kind of let the song be the song. And then I like talk about it a little bit afterwards, right? When we do some boosting, it's kind of the reaction to it, right? And that's kind of what I'm trying to get at with the channel stuff too, is that like reactions are free because, like, you know, I'm technically reacting to everything. It's just how much what effort I'm putting into it, right? So I feel like the music cues for Sundays and Wednesdays have been like, you know, it's just a bunch of free reactions that come from the Discord, right? So like everybody throws in songs and I'm technically reacting to them. And so we go through, I say a little bit of this and that, I guess who it is, and I boost it. But when I do reviews, we pause the songs, we talk about a lot of the components of the songs and the video, and we go through typically a lyrical breakdown. You know what I mean? That's, I think, the kind of the goal of trying to be consistent, like what the difference is. So when people are making their requests and stuff, they know what they're getting. And so like when new people are coming in too, they also understand what they're getting. You know what I mean? Kind of like what's happening with like the live streams where people say like, how do I get on the list? Okay, cool. Well, this is how you get on the list, but it doesn't, you also got 10 people in front of you. You get put on the list when you just got here. You know what I'm saying? So your song's going to be down here. But if you want to only be here for 10 minutes, you can throw a bar of soap this way and then we'll put your song up here. You know what I'm saying? But that's for free reactions. That's not even for like a review. That's just for to like get your song moved up. That's like the whole little speed pass thing now, right? So I'm like, if you really want to hear your song quickly, here's a way to do it, right? For $5, we can move you up and make you the next to the list for these reactions that we're doing. Doesn't necessarily, I'm not breaking down this whole thing. But the reviews, going back to like, you know, what we do with like the Foxtrot family artists, like the Grimfells and the Nairees of the world, like we want to make sure that we're doing like a review for them because we're going to create a piece of content for YouTube. So we want to make sure that we're doing like a whole review on what we're doing. So that's what was the idea behind calling the reviews versus reactions. So the reviews are this like, you know, focused in, we're going to create a piece of content to put out there in the world, and it's about highlighting this particular piece of art versus the general reactions that we're doing. Because again, like if the stuff is going to generate it, I'm going to still react and say all these things to it. And if it's good enough, I feel like we should be able to put like one of those just random reactions out as a video if it's like worth the response, and I'll just like put like little tags around it, like, hey, this came from a live stream or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's like that, then that way, like, there's a way to kind of, I guess, to distinguish the two between of like what this is and what that is. You know what I mean? And I feel like I appreciate y'all, especially the moderators, for listening, because I feel like this is probably very informative for them, because this is a lot of like kind of what we've been somewhat talking about behind the scenes. But this is like the first time I probably really talked about it like a lot out loud. Speaking of, how often do you think you'll be doing Grimm's reactions? I want to be getting to the point where I'm doing them and putting out the Grimfell, the Grimfell TX2, and I think there's like one other one, like the Ren new series. That's all stuff that I want to do like tomorrow, right? I want to record like the next one to put out for like the next grouping, and then kind of continue the trend. But again, in my world, the easiest way to put it is that one of the major responsibilities in my life has now just like been cut off again, right? So it's not my duty right now to take care of the biggest responsibility in my life. And that had just happened like 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So now I have the ability to focus more on these videos that I'm trying to be putting out, because the last 2 weeks I had a lot more of the biggest responsibility in my life going on, so I wasn't able to do as much of those kind of things because I had that responsibility going on in my life. You see what I'm saying? So now that we're here, hence the reason why, again, when the responsibility ends, it feels like the depression wave hits, because you're kind of allowed to have it now because the responsibility isn't there anymore. Does that make sense, friends? So yes, I'm trying to work on the Grimfell videos and the TX2 videos and the last 2 songs of Suburban and his new song, and also work on all the emailed actions that people have requested from me, and all the ones that people have sent me to do for releases and all that kinds of stuff, and Patreon requests. And all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's a never really ending world of it. But I'm very close to be like hitting the stride of being able to like kind of knock them out, right? Because I'm like, I just did put out the Grimfells thing, and I gotta do the next handful of ones. I don't have a stream tomorrow, and I'm not doing Foxtrot Radio on Friday. So I have the next 2 days to finally catch up on some of these things. You know what I mean? Where like today, I had streamed. Yesterday was with Sam. Like I said, I've been streaming every day. So I haven't really had the extra time to kind of hit those videos, which I will the next couple of days. So I'm like, should be having a lot of that stuff coming out very, very soon is the plan. So sorry, a long way to answer that, Randy, but yes, it should be coming pretty soon. I still need to do we still need to figure out some time. I need to probably just move Anubis into like the category like with like Grimfell right now, and like Steve, like with the Anubis stuff, and just kind of do like a couple of Anubis songs like per video, and just do some jumped off stream and just kind of do the same thing with him. You know what I mean? Add him in a group of like almost like a series of like, we're going to hit these as we kind of continue to go. You know what I'm saying? Steve's Anubis picks will be the series or something like that. Who knows? But yeah, I think doing something like that with Anubis would be cool too. Like maybe like do like 2 songs per video with him. I think would probably be pretty cool. And we'll just kind of like do that. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, if I do that with Suburban, like like within the next couple of days, we'll be done with caught up with Suburban. You know what I mean? And if I do that with TX2 and Grimfell, we'll be kind of caught up with them too. You know what I mean? And I'll feel a little bit more accomplished in my world if I get a couple of these like series kind of completed. Same thing with the Ren stuff. You know what I mean? Kind of get back on back and caught up to everybody else in the world with that. So that's kind of like my goal the next couple of days, is try to get a lot of that stuff recorded. I think I'm also going to do a stream next Monday too, guys. And do like, because it's like it's Patreon day, but it's not a Patreon stream. So I was thinking about doing like a a review stream. You know what I mean? Kind of like where we popped up before and would do some reactions, do like a list of reviews, and kind of like catch up on reviews on like kind of make it like a thing that we do on Mondays where like we'll come on and do like specifically do reviews, and if people want to like cash in a Patreon request that day, like we're specifically kind of going into Mondays doing reviews. Does that make sense? Because it's what we do on Patreon streams is reviews. So on Mondays, maybe not every Monday, but like on the Mondays that are like, you know, that we could schedule it or whatever, that we would just plan to do a review stream that day. Does that make sense? So I'm also planning on doing that on Monday as well. So I do expect you to try to figure out my favorite song from Grimmy's album. I'm testing your knowledge. It's off to a really good start, man. It's off to a really good start. His stuff is so good. And I believe you when you say this is probably the best thing he's put out, because I feel like again, I say this every time we talk about him. I feel like he elevates with each release, and I feel like Nairi does the same thing, where it's like the next thing is better than the last thing, and we keep getting better. You know what I mean? I'm like it's hard to really like explain it any other way that I feel like I just see constant progression from both of them. Does that make sense? Where I always feel like the next thing that they're doing is the next best thing that they've done. You know what I mean? I really like that collab that we just did the other day. The one that they did together with oh my god, I can't think of his name. But the other the hip hop guy. I can't think of his name. The Dark Orchestra. Dark Orchestra. That song was dope. Well, all right, friends. I really do appreciate y'all for hanging out with me for the last, good little 90 minutes probably. I think it's just been here talking. So for those of you who have hung out and just been hanging, I appreciate y'all. We'll probably getting off the stream here probably here in a couple minutes then. Yeah, I gotta go. Like I said, I gotta go do at least 2 more reviews for tomorrow. So I'm like, I got some more time before I can get some rest, but I'm like, I'm not really tired. You know what I mean? It's probably one of the good things is I'm like, I'm not really tired. I do feel rested. I just feel emotionally drained. That's probably where I'm at. Rock Too Steaky. What did you just walk into? You walked into us say goodbye, Fred. You walked to us say goodbye for the night. We do Women Who Rock Wednesdays each and every Wednesday. And yeah, we basically have concluded the playlist of the day, and we've been just kind of chatting for the last little bit. So each and every Wednesday on Twitch, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each and every Sunday we do Foxtrot Family Night as well. So if you'd like to come hang out, make some requests, put some songs in, introduce us to some new music, that is what we're all about around here. And if you make enough points, just like Elsie said, you can get Johnny to do some country karaoke. I'm waiting for somebody to cash in one of them karaoke Jones too, man. Because I feel like I was thinking about this earlier, when I'm like, how am I supposed to create this environment? Well, technically, if they just send me a lyric video, then it's technically no different than a karaoke video. You know what I mean? So even if I don't know the song, as long as it's a lyric video, I would have to just sing along. You know what I mean? I think it would be fun though too. It would be fun. Yeah, we need to be more people to start cashing in the what's it called points. So again, now I feel much better about explaining it to the rest of y'all about what the difference between a reaction and a review is. So hopefully everybody understands what I mean there. And so, yeah, that is the difference. A review again is going to definitely go up on YouTube. You know what I mean? This is where the reactions don't necessarily make it to YouTube unless I react to it in a way that is worth putting up there. Does that make sense? So. See, Russ got 40,000. Yeah, I probably need to lower the country one. I put it up super high so that way Maul couldn't make me do it like right away. I think I made it like 75,000 or something like that, so that way Maul wouldn't make me do it like the very first day. Yeah, I might have to drop it again because Steve has enough points now to do it too. Yeah, because the thing is, like, I also feel like I want to say this too before we let you guys go too. But I also want to let you guys know too that when it comes to, like, again, the difference between the reactions and the reviews, right? Where the reactions, I think that, like, you know, there's a lot of y'all that, like, you're like, okay, like Maul just said, some things need to be reviews, and I feel like that's what I would. Especially the patrons of the world and the people who want to support the channel, if it's gonna be if it's the song is about a specific topic and certain things where you know that it's probably gonna get me to talk, it probably needs to be saved for a review. Does that make sense? And we have the whole point system where, like, it doesn't even cost you anything if you were able to, like, you know, hang out on the streams and stuff. You have like the channel points where it's like save those requests for that. You know what I mean? Where it's like, if you really think it's going to get me talking, put it in as a review versus a reaction that we blow in the queue that's like on a more or less just like kind of bringing awareness to the music. You know what I'm saying? So most of y'all are really good about that. Maul is a great example of that, where like the last one that she did, she's like, you know, this one's going to have to be this because I know it's going to make you talk. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, perfect. I'm like, knowing on the front side, what kind of having a general idea, okay, this is going to be about a serious subject matter, puts the whole perspective going into it differently. You know what I mean? Versus more like almost like getting hit in the face with it sometimes. We're like, oh, I didn't even know this was going to be like a super serious subject that we're getting into this time. You know what I mean? I'm going to have karaoke Kiss This from Aaron Tippin. Oh, man, I don't know what that is. I don't care if mine are reactions or reviews, but that's what I'm getting at, Randy, is I'm kind of telling you, was like, if it's Aurora, it probably should be a review. You know what I'm saying? Where it's just like, okay, you know, even just specific people, where it's like, it should probably be a review. You know what I mean? And you're a patron too, so, like, you know, you got those as well. I need to update the patron stuff on there as well. So that way, because I'm thinking about going back to giving the $5 patrons at least like one review per month out on top of the what's it called? On top of the patron streams. Right now, my only goal is to throw you off. And that's what I'm saying. You can do that with the ones that you throw in the queue that are just going to be like reactions, right? Because then it's you might get one. It's almost like playing like it's almost like gambling. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it might get a decent response out of it, but if you know it's going to, like, you know it's going to get one, it should probably go as a review. That's just more or less what I'm getting at. Like, that's like when people were throwing Aurora in the Women Who Rock queue before. I was like, it was bothering me because I'm like, how do we figure out how to get this in a different way where it's like, I want to do a full video for Aurora because we do Aurora videos, right? So I'm like, but that's why I was saying, like, some of the things I was kind of like, I was picking them out and putting them over there. That's why I still kind of look through them to, like, to see what it is. I'm like, if it's a certain thing in a certain type, you might just get a free one. You know what I mean? We're just going to pull it out. I don't know, pull it in here, but we're going to do it. You know what I mean? Even with some of the smaller artists, right? Because, like, some of you guys can't predict that, right? Where it's like, it's just an artist I recognize that's on the smaller side where I'm like, oh, yeah, well, let's just go ahead and do a reaction for them. Like that Ryan Carevio guy. I was like, y'all don't know that I even knew him. You know what I mean? But I was like, oh, I know this guy. Let's do a full video for him then. You know what I mean? But if you want to talk about death and about Aurora eating maggots and puking, that's more what I'm getting at. Is like that would have been a good video because it would have been a great because I would have been all in review mode, and then she would have been puking up maggots and stuff. You know what I mean? That would have been an awesome video. Again, I'm just trying to talk about this because it really has just more or less like the difference in the mindset going into it. Because when it's a review, my energy is like 100% focused on it. You know what I mean? When it's a reaction, I'm kind of conserving some energy. Does that make sense? Where I'm not putting that much out there. You know what I mean? But when I review something, I'm like putting all of my energy and focus on it. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, if I'm looking to like look to what to say with this Aurora video, and then all of a sudden she's puking on the thing, that would have, like I said, it just would have been a different response. It's still got a good one. Oh man, but I was not prepared for the maggots in the mouth and all that, yo. I was not prepared for that. Oh man. There's a short video of Aurora almost stepping on maggots. What is her deal with the maggots? Why does she have jokes on stage, maggots on stage? I kind of miss her the bob cut. Like I was sitting there looking at her hair in the last video, and I was like, it looks pretty. She still got the Aurora bangs and all that, but I'm like, it was. You're an artist, fam. Like you were of all people were allowed to get away with this. You know what I mean? She had the coolest hair ever. You know what I mean? Like do something cool with your shit. It was just at the venue. That's what I'm talking about. Why are there maggots on stage where Aurora is singing? How does that happen? How does that happen? She performed at the Royal Albert Hall and maggots were falling from... That's what I'm saying. How do maggots fall from a place like this? You know what I'm saying? That's wild. I keep the jellyfish bob alive. That's what I'm talking about, Randy. That's what I'm saying. She needs to get back to it. That hairstyle was like the coolest of all, especially when she would like do like the braid with it too. I was like, that shit's so fire. French braid. That's one braid I didn't know what it's called. Russ, I'll try to remember to request songs that give Sonny something to talk about. That's more or less, Russ, like when you were, those are the ones you should cash in for like the reviews. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know, like when you I think that there's certain stuff that like you guys just know will probably draw like conversation out of me. Just certain subject matters, especially you guys who've been hanging out for a long time, right? I'm not saying that every request you guys put in needs to be that. I'm just more or less like saying like when those ones arrive, those are the ones that we should like put it in this category, so that way it draws that response from it. Does that make sense? Again, it's more or less like the mindset, and again, like Maul did with the one about like the bullying, where it's like, okay, because of the subject matter, it requires that level of attention. Does that make sense? That's more kind of what I'm getting at. Is like when it's those kind of songs, just make sure we put it in the right category. That's more or less what I'm trying to get at. Not that every song that we're doing is thought-provoking. That's not what I'm trying to say. Not at all. I don't want it to be an entire stream of, like, you know, me trying to talk about shit. Not necessarily what I'm looking for. Right, detachable penis. That was just that's a funny reaction moment. That's a funny reaction moment. She said, I'm gonna make you review that. Oh man, there's a few people that send me some stuff that's like, we don't play bad music on the Johnny Foxtrot show, but some people will send me stuff on the side and be like, yo dog, what's your review on this? And it's like, it's pretty rough. You know what I mean? Not everything sounds great. Oh man, those always make me laugh though. They're like, can I get your review on this? I'm like, man, some people have said like, I'm gonna sign up and join the Patreon just so I can send you songs like this to make you react to them. I'm like, don't give people ideas, Fred. Don't give people ideas. We're about lifting things up, not trying to make me say positive things about things that are not good. Oh boy. I'm at least still managing to avoid the new Tool album. There's a new Tool album? I didn't even know that they were out there still doing that. All right, let's watch Steve's video. Just because you guys hung out with me today.
And also, speaking of, we have this maggot problem. So here is one. Look at that fat bastard. And I feel like I'm gonna kill many of these today, and I hope.
Okay, so I feel a little bit better about myself. I feel a little bit better because I dead ass thought that Aurora was some sort of freak in the world and that she like has, because she freaked out with the maggots. I'm like, okay, so her putting them in her mouth and all that. I was like, maybe she's some like weird person that like, you know, I don't know. Maybe that's why she's so magical. It's because she's not even like a person. She's like an alien. She's like from Men in Black or something. But she just freaked out with having it in her hand. So now I know that she had to force herself through the maggots in the mouth thing. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better about life.
Whoever is, I guess they just have to. Do you see them? There are so many of them, and they're so bloody fat. And I just feel like it feels. This is the dream, guys. This is the dream. I think that's okay. I'll just do a bit of maggot cleaning here and there, and it's okay. It's okay. Yes, I'm gonna kill so many during this show, and I'm already a bit sad about it. But sometimes, as James Bond always used to say, a maggot has to die for music. But except for the maggot problem, or I guess they're just living here, we're their problem, I guess. Falling down, imagine the bass, how nice it feels for them. So I think they're excited. But yes, anyways, we are here. And that is quite remarkable. And many people that are really special to me and my band are here. We have a lot of our families here. And we are extremely grateful and happy that the people we love are here, and the people that have had sex and then got us. We're so happy you had sex, all of you. Yes, and I guess that's all I want to say. And I guess just thank you all for being here. This feels really special. I can't believe it.
And she's about to sing some super sad song to everybody in there and make them cry. I saw your meme in there, Maul. I saw your meme in the server joke. She wants me to sing it now. That was my go-to country song. When I would make fun of the country song, I would just randomly sing it. I spent most every night. That one is a banger, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of those ones. There's a few country songs that I'm not gonna lie. When they come on, it's like you gotta give them that one though. You know what I mean? You gotta give them that one. That one's kind of fire. God made girls. Blue Moon of Kentucky isn't country to. Way down yonder on the Chattahoochee, I'm gonna have to wear that stream on a Patreon. I'm gonna have to wear that shirt on a Patreon stream. I'm gonna make you see Don't Take the Girl. Oh man, I might have to pull my microphone like out of my little stand and like hold it in my hand when I start doing karaoke. You know what I'm saying? Please don't take the girl. Is bluegrass country? Absolutely, it is. Absolutely. If it's got a banjo in it, it's 1000% country. Ain't no banjo and blues. You know what I'm saying? I did that back. There's totally banjo and blues. Love to be loved as a visual karaoke video. I already did that once. I'm a little afraid to release that. I look at it almost every day on my YouTube and I'm like, do I hit public schedule? You know what I mean? Oh, man. It's on my Patreon right now. I feel like somebody's going to have to go back and watch it on the Patreon. Like, it's like somebody like Steve. Like somebody like Maul. Maul, like one of the moderators or something. You know what I mean? I need somebody who really has my best interest in mind to go watch that video and be like, maybe we should or shouldn't release it. I'm wondering what the backlash is going to be if I release that video. Oh man, am I going to watch my subscriber count go like this now? Like I can't afford it. I can't afford it to go down. Oh man. There's a karaoke version. To be loved, to be loved, to be loved, to be loved by you. Oh man, what's that guy's name? Karen Leon or something like that? To be loved, to be loved, to be loved. Oh man, it's so bad. So bad. I ain't even mad about the warning trying to do some catchy shit either. You know what I mean? But nah, not this one. No, not this one. Release it and disable the comments. No, if I'm gonna put it out there in the world, I gotta have the comments out there too. Hiding behind no comments on one video, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could do it. I feel like that's almost sacrilege as a reactor to put out any kind of reacting content and to disable the contents from it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying as a reactor that you shouldn't be able to put out videos and disable the content, because I'm like, if it's about you talking and that kind of stuff, absolutely. You know what I mean? But if it's reacting content, I think you gotta have the comment. You gotta let the comments up there, because you're up there talking about other people, and it's like you're not gonna let them talk about you. Like, you know what I mean? It's almost, again, I feel like it's almost, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Everybody in the club getting tipsy for Kiki. Oh, are you talking about everybody in the club getting tipsy? Get tipsy. You talking about that shit? Or are you talking about like the now pour me up another shot of whiskey? That one. Now we're at the bar getting tipsy. That one. One of those two. The Shabuzi shit, right? That's his name. I saw a video today of some dude who was like remixing like in the club with like In My Truck. Like the 50 Cent In the Club, like the Go Shorty, It's Your Birthday. We gonna party like it's your birthday. Like I guess there's like a new country song out there of some dude doing like a remix like of that kind of thing or whatever. I did see that hit my feed today. Oh, the one I was just you talk about when you said that one, you talking about I sent you the 50 Cent remix. Oh, you saw that too? I just want to see if you can view it. Okay, Maul, I'm looking at it right now. Yes, I can. I can't hear nothing though. Maybe. Hold on. Okay. Yes, I can. I can watch it, Maul. See, I'm pretty sure I can still watch Facebook videos if people send them to me, even though I don't have Facebook. I'm pretty sure that I can still see a lot of them because people do it every once in a while. A few brave, the warning army are brave enough to admit that it's weak ass. Is that what most of them are out there saying? Are they all trying to tiptoe and dance around the fact that it's awesome? Is that what they're all trying to say? I got nothing against DPA though, and this is one of those things where I feel like if Freeze the Fall came out with that song, I would like I said, I would have a hard time putting the video out, but I would send him the DM and I'd be like, yo dog, that ain't it, yo. That ain't it. Like, I love y'all, but this ain't it. And that's kind of how I feel about this warning thing, where I'm like, it ain't it. You know what I'm saying? It's some people are going to sit here and lie and say that this shit is good, and like, you're too well known of an artist now to put out mid music. You know what I'm saying? Like that is mid music. You know what I mean? Like, you're at the fucking Super Bowl. The warning. You're putting that garbage out there. You go to writing camps. You know what I mean? That ain't coming from the heart. And that's what the whole point of what people liked this band in the first place was. They were like writing music from their perspectives kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm getting all over it again. I'm getting all into it again. Can't do it. So I'm pouring up a double shot of whiskey. We at the bar getting frisky. I didn't even the words. One reactor didn't like the song but spun her reaction just speaking about DPA. I keep hearing the snippet of the new song when they say show me your teeth, and I wonder if it ripped off the speed of light. Oh, as I'm saying, I'm telling you, this is why I probably shouldn't put this video out there, because everybody on the internet's being fake about it, and everybody's acting like shit's cool. Like when Danny said about the hell you call a dream. I'm telling you, some shit slaps and some shit hits hard, but you can't hit me with the hell you call a dream reference right after the hell you call a dream album. If this was 10 years from now, that would have been fire. You know what I'm saying? Because it would have been like, for those who know that know, but it was literally their last project. You should know that song. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's like you making a reference to a song you put out like 2 months ago. I mean, I'm exaggerating here, but it's like, you know, haha, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm sorry. Like I said, I love the warning, but I can't sit here and pretend like every move they've made I've loved. You know what I'm saying? And again, now that they're on a label, I'm telling you, just like the way they're moving. Just as personally, like I said, I don't feel like it's necessarily like their direction. Got me girl slaps feminism in the face. The facts. Oh my God. Yeah. That was the perfect response, Steve. Man, that's hilarious. Put it out. I want to see how many show up and say, yeah, you're right. Nobody's going to say that, Russ. Like, you know what I mean? Nobody but you. Oh, man. Don't do it, Elsie. Don't do it. If anything, Elsie, I think that you're on the Patreon. You should go check out the warning reaction I put on. You should tell me what you think. It's on there. It's on there for sure. Because Jillian looked at it the other day, a couple weeks ago, and she was like, "Good for you, Johnny." And I was like, I was just saying what everybody else was thinking. You know what I mean? I feel like I could just feel that the internet was not going to tear it apart. You know what I mean? And I was like, we're all lying to ourselves and we're trying to act like this is great. It's not good. It's lazy. Everything about that song is lazy. You know what I mean? There's nothing complex about it. And I tell people, we say this all the time. It doesn't have to be complex. It just has to be good. And that is not good. You know what I mean? It's lazy. It's lazy as fuck. You can't. People who have writing camps and you're going to put another little country artist in it. You're both from Mexico and we didn't do anything that had anything to do with the fact that any of those people speak Spanish. If she said, "The hell you call a dream" in Spanish, that would have been fuego. You know what I mean? That was what would have made it sick. If she would have said, "The hell you call a dream" line in Spanish. But they think that we so simple-minded that Danny holding a pool shot, giving a little wink to the camera and a head nod is going to be like, "Oh my God, set the internet on fire!" Fuck out of here. Oh my God, she sunk all the balls to her in the shot. I didn't even notice that. Stop it. Stop. She sunk all this pool balls in the shot? Oh man. That's too much, friend. I didn't even notice that. I was so stuck on the the terrible song. Oh man. You guys did say, oh, it was pretty bad. Like I said, I believed y'all because y'all have heard me talk about The Warning enough. We went to shows together with The Warning, especially Jessica, right? Like we've seen The Warning twice now. You know what I mean? Where I'm like, you know, I like the band, but at the same time, I can't sit here and lie and sit here and be like, oh yeah, everything they do is amazing. I'm not that guy. If it ain't for me, I'm gonna be real about it. That's what I'm saying. It Freeze the Fall, and I just know that they never would. You know what I mean? I just know Freeze the Fall would never put out anything this cheesy. I just know that they never would. You know what I mean? It'll never happen. If they do, I'd hang up the headphones forever. I'd hang out the headphones forever if Freeze the Fall ever put out something as cheesy as that fucking song. That's how on God I am about that shit. That it would never fucking happen. Never happen. And this is why I said this is what's going to happen with The Warning when they signed that deal. You know what I mean? They start popping up on all those award shows. I'm like, it's going to start being all this terrible music. You know what I mean? And that's what. Oh man. I'm done now. I'm done about The Warning. I'm done. I beat their back in enough. All right, friends. I still have 2 reactions that I really need to record. That I really can't invite y'all to. I wish I could. I wish I could be that guy, but I can't. I can't do it today. I can't do it today. I wish I could. But we're about to hit 4 hours on this stream, and that's crazy. I can't believe we've been on here this long. I really do appreciate y'all for hanging out with me tonight, man. It's been a rough afternoon and a rough day and a rough week, so I definitely appreciate y'all helping me get a little bit out of the funk to feel a little bit better to go at least record these reactions now, because I really had like zero energy to do it, you know what I mean? And now I feel like a lot better going into it, so I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out and talking with me for a while. Yeah, I definitely do feel a lot better than I did a few hours ago. So like I said, I appreciate y'all for hanging out and just let me kind of vent and just talk to y'all for a little bit. And, you know, we got through some music earlier. It's been nice to just kind of chat with y'all. It's kind of hard to, like, you know, schedule a stream to just come on here and just talk about whatever, you know what I mean? And be entertaining the whole time. I feel stupid. I feel like I'm just wasting people's time when I come on here and talk. But people seem to enjoy it and hang out still anyway. So, but again, I will say it forever for the rest of time. I don't understand why anybody chooses to come hang out. And don't tell me why you do. Don't tell me why you do. You guys have been sending plenty of like nice stuff today, so I don't need to hear nothing more nice from y'all. So, y'all have a wonderful night. If I get froggy, we might do a reaction stream or a review stream maybe on Friday or something like that. You know what I mean? But I'm definitely not going to stream tomorrow. But if anything, I might do something on Friday. Because like I said, I was already planning on doing something Friday, so I might do something Friday night, depending on how I'm feeling. But y'all definitely see me on the Discord. Make sure you say what's up on there. Easiest place to find me typically is in the family chat. That's where I hang out the most. So y'all have a wonderful night. I appreciate you guys so much. Y'all have a wonderful night. And yeah, 4 hours today, man. I appreciate y'all. Love you guys. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one. Peace.